Niners! It's so good to get back in the football comfort zone, fam. How you doing tonight? Hey, box office stars MIA. I know it's not a big deal. But 49ers top players, no show for non-mandatory OTAs. The fact that some of the Niners blue ribbon contributors aren't at a non-mandatory camp is worthy of mentioning for a number of reasons, and they're starting to. There's some strange things on the horizon. Let's get into that. And the biggest may be, though, the Niners NFL Defensive Player of the Year was in attendance and healthy for the first time since he joined the team in 2019. Also, last season, this very same time, remember Brandon Aiyuk and Christian McCaffrey came in holding a joint clinic session on how to play football with seriousness, intent, conviction, and nothing but kick ass in the future. They were just all of that in a bag of chips last year at this time, right? Neither one of them are in camp this year. Going to the phones for your thoughts as we preview the start of Niners football 2024 for you to share your speculations on the day's news with the rest of us Niner faithful diehards. Man. I just don't want to see the 49ers at any Cancun hotel registrars before February 15th. I just don't want it, man. I'm telling you right now. Not this year. Come on, Niners. Let's quickly go over this. 60 players not seen or not participating in day 2. Well, actually, was it day 3? They haven't, day 3, man, they didn't report on that yet. At least I didn't see any reports. Everything was about everything but today's. Maybe they didn't work out today. I know. Why would you look at the schedule, Ronbo? I thought I did. Anyway, Brandon Aiyuk, of course, no surprise there. Since Aiyuk is in the midst of negotiating a long-term contract, he won't likely be on the field until that deal is done. We all know that. We all knew that before coming into this particular time. Juwan Jennings became a surprise to me, though. He's a restricted free agent. They already offered him a tender. But you know what? I don't think he didn't sign it. Apparently he didn't sign it. And he doesn't have to. Yeah, Juwan may be out seeing if he can better that deal. Juwan, I thought you liked being a 49er. Have one more year. They might set aside some cash for you next year. Anyway, you know this. If you don't know, he'll go out, and if he gets any offers, they've got to give the 49ers a second-round pick for him, though. And also, whatever a team offers him, much like the guy that we had the tight end that came in over from Detroit, and we couldn't equal the money. Well, we could equal the money, but we couldn't keep moving the money up. So if Juwan goes out and gets a deal, brings it back to 49ers and say, here's the offer I got. They're willing to give you a second-round pick. So the 49ers either match it or he says goodbye and they get that second-round pick instead. I don't want a second-round pick. I want Juwan Jennings. So we'll see what happens with that. Christian McCaffrey, it's unclear whether McCaffrey is going through private workouts or if there's something else going on with him. We'll take a look. I'll come back to this one. Javarius Ward underwent core muscle surgery in the offseason, expects to return for training camp, which is like, I didn't know it was that bad. But you know what? It's like I said, between 49ers and these long playoff drives, and if you have anything you have to have done medically, now it can leak over into the season because it's just 2 or 3 months and you're back in there. And what about your own rehab time? You know, this is what worries me more than anything else about the 49ers. Will they still be as potent? Will they have that kick? Will they have that punch? Will they have that ferocity needed after no rest? None. Chris Conley became a nice veteran presence in Niners receiving core last year, as you know. A lot of people. He's got a lot of fans amongst us. His absence, no big deal. Conley's been through enough of these OTAs. He didn't have to show up. Dre Greenlaw is working on his way back from that torn Achilles, as you know. He isn't likely to be ready for training camp, much less OTAs. Fam, though, linebacker coach Johnny Holland has nothing but good thoughts about Dre. And if for nothing else, it pumps us up saying things like, Dre, I have absolutely no fear that he will come back stronger than ever. I think so, too. Dre Greenlaw is so needed. Chris Hubbard, offensive lineman. Niners only recently resigned Hubbard. It's not clear why he's not in attendance at OTAs. I have nothing more to say about that. Trent Williams, of course. Come on, man. You know Trent Williams wasn't coming to no non-mandatory OTAs. Cameron Latu. Latu was spotted but not participated. The sooner he's back in action, though, the better. He's only in his second year, Cameron. He's got a real steep climb. Fam, does Latu make this team? He will. If for no other reason that he got drafted so high last year, and he hasn't actually been given a legit shot yet. But we saw a little bit yet last year, and you can't go by that. He did have the dropsies, often, more than he should have. Coming out of Bama, it made no sense. He's getting all the reps he can get. So Cameron, get in there, buddy. Come on, man. Jacob Cowing was also not a participant despite being in attendance. He's another player who'll need to get more reps. So because that wide receiver room, I would not want to be a candidate looking on the outside, looking in, trying to get into that room. My God. Good Lord. But they did draft Cowing, so he's probably got a little inside edge on that. You get, when the 49ers draft you that early in the draft, you probably, you're on a scholarship for a little while. But he doesn't need to get his feet well in the program. Malik, and we pronounce it Malik? Malik Collins, the big defensive lineman, coach says is waiting for his kids to graduate before getting to the team facility. There's no problem with that. He's been through enough OTAs. He knows what to do. Talanoa Hufanga, of course. Hufanga was there, but he's still rehabbing his torn ACL. He's expected to return during training camp, so he's over there getting loose, getting stretched out, flexing that knee, doing all the exercises prescribed by the doctor to strengthen that leg. Drake Jackson, he was also spotted working on the side field. He's recovered from offseason quad surgery. Jackson expects to return for training camp. What he needs to do, if you're having quad, you got to get together with Nick Quadriceps Bosa. That's the dude who knows how to train the quads. So you got to wear shorts, man, and you can see them things rippling as he's walking down the road, man. Nick. And there was Jake Brindle. Big Brindle won't participate at all in OTAs because of knee tendonitis. Oh, no. Oh, Jake, that's really bad because Dominic Pooney, they say, can play center, and he's not bad. Drake Nugent is already impressing people now. And word is that John Feliciano has been taking snaps during OTAs as well at the center position. He did that with the Giants. He did a good job. All right. You know what, though? Jake needs to be set fire under because there should be no moment when Jake Brindle's walking around there thinking he's got it made because he can improve. Fred Warner was at the facility but not participating in practice. Mr. Hall. Fred's walking around. I'm all pro, man. Come on, man. I ain't gonna be out here with you. I'm just surveying. I'm watching, making sure everybody's doing it right. And Fred's probably out there throwing trash because Fred is a trash talker. Can you see him now? Hey, man, you gonna make this squad. You have to do better than that. Who said that? Over here, bro. Fred, you ever play with guys like that never stop talking and always pissing you off, but you can't let it piss you off? Fred's that dude. George Kittle, same thing. him and Fred just hanging out there, not working out though. Fred and Stone Cold George. But you know what though? Most of the 49ers, this is just for Fred and George too, most of the 49ers' new look defensive line was in attendance and were joined by Nick Bosa. Bosa typically trains in Florida. It doesn't even leave the South until another week or two. The D-line was a point of emphasis during the free agency period for San Francisco, as you probably already know, because we ain't going to have people running all over us like that again and making the 49ers look like a bunch of clowns, man. That was just embarrassing. It cannot happen this year. Cannot. And nearly all the 49ers all-season additions are participating in practice right now. That includes Leonard Floyd, Jordan Elliott, how do we pronounce this guy's name? Yatur. But I'm not going with Yatur. Is he French? That doesn't sound French, though. Yatur Gross Matos. It sounds Latino, doesn't it? Los Matos. I guess you could put any accent to it and make it any language you want. He could be German. Raymond Johnson III, Evan Anderson, and Shaquille Brown, who the 49ers were really impressed with from just the workout he got last year. He got cut last year from the Titans? The only notable absence, as I mentioned, was Aiyuk. But, fam, do you know after 6 years, Bosa's been with us for 6 seasons, going into the 6th. Has not for a pandemic, a season-ending injury, has been a regular participant. What else? That's it, huh? Nick, the injury, he usually works out on his own anyway, though. Yeah. Shanahan's loving it, though. He's going to say, I love Nick being around, love him getting a chance to do football with the guys. Nick's first year after the Super Bowl, his first offseason, we had COVID. The next year after the offseason, torn ACL. The year after that, he was in a contract stuff. I believe that's right. This is the first year that has been a totally normal year, and I think the one year that it was like that, he came to a few OTAs. He didn't come to all of them, but he didn't just come to minicamp. I'm glad he is here the first week, and hopefully he'll continue, unquote. Do you know what that does? If you're a coach and Nick Bosa's sitting in your room with all these new people, Nick, this is perfect timing. Thank you. You know, because now these other guys can bump off of Nick, and let's face it, they're looking at Nick Bosa in awe. This dude is the MVP. And when you watch him play, you know damn well there's been no mistake made, right? So this is great. And how many of us do you have a 1-9 Deebo? I don't know if it gets into the minds of, well, wait a minute. Yes, I do. With Deebo, by the way, did you notice he puts Deebo Samuel Sr. on the back of his jersey? Now I think he's going to use that seriously. He sported his new number 1 jersey for Niner fans, and maybe it's a big change for those of us who didn't know Deebo before he came out of school, though. But when he was at South Carolina, he was number 9. He was number 1. Number 19 now belongs to Trent Taylor, who's trying his best to see if he can get a job with the 49ers. My God, it's got to be tough. Man. But Deebo headed up a wide receiver room that included first-round picky, Ricky. Ricky Pearsall, Shanahan clowned Deebo, though, saying, I think he looks good, number 1. Can't be a risky number, though, if you're not slimming. Think about that for a minute. Be fat and wear number 1. I hadn't even thought about that. Deebo's out there getting all out his clothes again for money. Oh, Deebo, man, come on, man. He came back and he looks really good in number 1, so I'm excited that I'd hope to keep it that way, unquote. As for Ricky P. caught passes from both Brock Purdy and Joshua Dobbs on the other day, and as he works to match the Niners' intricate offense. Purdy giving props. Said about Mrs. Pearsall's baby boy, quote, he's done a good job coming in, obviously, learning the playbook, coming to work every day as a quarterback. And really the whole team, we always like young guys that come in and they're willing to do the dirty work to learn and start from the ground up. He's done that. He's done everything right. Getting out on the field, being able to throw him the ball and seeing his hands, the way he moves, all of it. It's been good, unquote. Booyah. Because there are some reports circling around that Ricky's out there screwing up, dropping the ball, and getting covered easily and things like that. Maybe. I don't know, man. But other good Ricky Pearsall news. Pearsall is getting the benefits of additional practice reps anyway, alongside Brock Purdy with Brandon Aiyuk and JJ not on the practice field. The more reps he gets, the more experience he gets, the more different situations he's put in. If Ricky is talented enough, fam, all that stuff, he'll only get better from this experience. All that is necessary is can it be generated, though, in practice situation. That format is a little too slow. It's a little too gentle. It's too much love. You got to get into a hostile situation. We got to work out with this. I think we got to work out coming up with the Nowlin Saints. That could be good for Ricky. I want to see how he bounces back, how he gets slapped around and gets back up. But you know what? If he has just a little bit, him and Aiyuk are buddies, have been bros for a while. If he has just a little bit of Aiyuk's evilness, Because you know Aiyuk. Did you ever see Aiyuk take any abuse from anybody? If he did, he didn't take but 1 second to get up off the ground and get back in the dude's face. Aiyuk is one of them dudes. Now, if Ricky has any of that in him, oh, we'll be delighted. Fam, Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd is a huge fan. He's a huge fan of the 49ers. Who knew, right? Leonard Floyd, he appreciates the physicality of the defense consistently displays on the football field at all times. Floyd told radio hosts Brian Murphy and Marcus Butcher of this morning, because I knew that the 49ers, the 49ers was just one of those teams that always came out and played hard. Every single player came out and played their hardest and really, wait for it, they play grown man football. Oh, hey, Rams, what will y'all do? How come he never said that about that when he was playing with you? What's up with that? You didn't say that about Buffalo either, though. I love it. Any chance I get to take a dig at them friggin' Rams. He goes on to say you got to wake up early, eat your breakfast early when you're playing the 49ers because it's going to be a physical game. Bring your lunch, too, because it's going to be a long day. So he goes on to say, so seeing that from the outside made me want to be a part of that. Seeing them get close so many years, these past years, I want to jump in and help us get over the hump. That hump has been such. Bam, this is, you know what, if we, and don't let us start out the season going like 10-1. And you go tell me the 49ers don't have a plan to get to the promised land? Come on, man. Got to do it. CMC. Here's the bad news. Hopefully it stays. Hopefully it's a rumor, it's a joke, it's anything but. Jennifer Lee Chen of NBC Sports Bay Area spoke to running backs coach Bobby Turner asking about McCaffrey's whereabouts. Turner offered a somewhat cryptic response stating, physically he's not here, but he's here in every other aspect. That's the business part, and I'm not getting into that. Unquote. Fam, how come we didn't hear anything about him complaining about his salary before he left the field last year? We didn't hear anything about it up until these whispers, and it may be wrong, it may be wrong, it may be wrong. Jennifer goes on to speculate that McCaffrey's absence might be contract-related. Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk, reports that according to a source, that is not the case. And you know I have to go along with this. Why? Because Florio would love to hear something bad like that about a CMC. So Mike Florio says it's not the case. I'm going to go ahead and relax. Look out. Man, there's a couple of guys, because I don't want to mention the name. Florio doesn't dismiss the possibility that money might eventually become an issue, though. McCaffrey's set to earn, as you know, if you didn't know, $11.8 million during the upcoming season, and is the highest compensated running back in the NFL in terms of average salary. Cowherd, man, don't you start, man, because I know you. God, Cowherd, man, do you still watch him? What's wrong with him, man? You know what? Ever since we heard about Trey Lance dating his daughter, he's been a little weird. Man. Big Show. Well, Big Show says Bobby Turner revealed why CMC wasn't at OTAs. Said CMC OTA. Okay, as his business part, as I just mentioned, CMC has no guaranteed money after 2024. Aiyuk does want $30 million. Who's more intricate? CMC, Aiyuk. Show you set a tone for tonight's program. Because I was about to ask the same question. I wasn't going to implicate Aiyuk as a comparison, which one you spend the money on. Which, if you want to go that route, by the way, if you want to say, do I save the money and give it to Aiyuk and tell CMC we can't do this? See this? How many of us would possibly even think? Fam, as much as I love Aiyuk, there's no way in hell I'm saying pay Aiyuk and forget about CMC. There just is none. I mean, I love Aiyuk. I really do. I want them both. And hopefully they work that out. But forced to make a choice, oh, man. Rodney Williams, do you see the Niners leading the league in picks? Yeah, that back. Fam, that secondary, I'm feeling real good about that. Gideon and what's his name? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
Jim Everett versus everybody.
Jack, come on in, man. Huh? We just
There
did that. We
goes
just did that.
Isaac.
Get him. Get him. Hey, what's the other guy? He's got a fun name too. We got two guys with fun names. Get him.
There goes Isaac Rendo.
Well, yeah. Windows, yeah.
You were supposed to finish that, but check it out. That's
I'm
the
sorry.
reason why I'm keeping Aiyuk over CMC is because I got a good
Garendo?
feeling about Isaac Garendo. Yeah, I got a good feeling about him and Mason.
I do
other
too, but I don't
dudes
know about
that
being
have learned
CMC.
off of-
Yeah.
But what they've learned off of CMC, I mean, you know what I'm saying? CMC is our dude, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I can't pick out of them two, actually, man. But price-wise, you're right, man. That's a difficult convo to have. But, yeah, man, I mean, how you feeling tonight? What we talking about? I mean, Aiyuk hasn't joined the program. I think that's okay. You know, obviously, same with JJ.
Detroit versus everybody.
And just like I'm saying is that the wide receiver, that's why they drafted these wide receivers, Ronbo, as we know. So get ready. We about to go on that 4-wide set like they never seen Purdy.
I do want to
Act
see
like a
that,
vet.
though.
Seem like a
Oh, I do
Yeah.
want to see that, yeah.
So this is going to be a fun-ass year, man. This is going to be one of them years where, like, you know, that Super Bowl year where Sherman's like, we're going to get these dubs. That year prior when Jimmy Garoppolo went down at, I think at Detroit, and then the next year, Purdy, what's his name? Sherman was like, we're going to get these dubs. I just got a feeling about this year. Like you're talking about Floyd and all these guys, Ronaldo, Green. I mean,
Get some dogs.
It just
Stop there
seems
barking.
like we got
We'll have to
some
keep 'em in a
dogs,
kennel.
man. We got some dogs. So, yeah, man, pump the brakes, man. It's OTAs, fellas. You know, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going to be happening, and I just feel like this is our year to explode. How you feeling?
No, I'm all of that, and as I say, I'm seeing guys missing the camp. I'm worried about Talanoa Hufanga for that secondary. No matter how good that secondary is going to be, he is somebody I want out there because he learned a lot while he was playing. Put in 2 years, a Pro Bowler,
Yeah.
and he just knows things that other guys don't know yet that they've got to learn. I did laugh though because Ricky was out there using Ambry Thomas like a pick handle. Ambry's gone.
Oh my
That's
God.
it. That's all. It's over.
He's gone, dude. He's looking like number 27 who was living across the street, Ronbo, the cornerback that kept coming back, who was very grabby. What's his name? If anybody in the chat knows.
Oh
The one
yeah,
that
yeah,
just
yeah,
kept
yeah,
coming
yeah.
back.
And everybody hated him.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But to your Hufanga thing, I mean, Malik Mustafa's looking like a fucking tank. He looks like a smaller Nick Bosa. That boy is jacked.
I know. I seen him.
You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I can see him, and I can
Jack,
see him
so, I mean-
passing by Nick in the weight room. Hey man, can I work out with you?
Yeah.
If you can handle, if you can handle my workout, I'd love to have you. What you say? Man, come on, let's get on over here right now. I could see.
Yeah, he got that,
I could
like,
see that
Dante-
being a contest.
Yeah. Like a Dante Hittner type of Goldson that just tackles you, flies in the air with his eyes open. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Yeah.
close their eyes. These kind
Yeah.
of fellas. So I mean,
Uh-huh.
these DBs we got, man, are looking like we got something here, man. So I'm not even tripping off the running back position or Aiyuk and all this. So let this stuff play out like the draft did. And I told y'all that Pearsall, we got a real killer in the building. And now you guys are seeing it against people like Ambry Thomas. When you guys are down in the press and Jack let you know, don't be in a mess. Because this guy, when it comes to route, was
Who
the
relieve
best
your stress.
in the
Okay.
whole goddamn draft. Keeping it pushing, baby. Keeping it pushing. And shout out to David in London. I just visited
Oh,
him.
I meant
for
to
the
say hi to
first time
David
since
too. I
he's
saw
been
him in the
hospital.
chat. David.
Yeah. I went to his house. I got him a nice drink of some whiskey, and we had a good old time talking about you, about us not having the London game this year. But we said, man, once we
I
do
felt
have a
bad
London
for you guys
game,
for that. I really
we
did.
are getting Ronbo and production free tickets to fly over here. We're going to find a way to get you guys over here so we can do the show live from Wembley Stadium.
Would have been outstanding. You know,
So-
and Deebo had everybody all pumped up. Remember, Deebo's out there just giving hints, but he won't say exactly.
Deebo's ready, man. That boy's slim and trim. Not just because of Netflix series. He's serious. He said, okay, you guys want to draft somebody? I might be on the trading block. All right, watch this. And he showed up and showed out, and he is going to show up and show out the whole damn
Jared
season.
Goff.
And I'm telling you, man, because the whole season, he knows it's a long season. He better be in the best shape of his life.
He did this before, Jack. He's
That boy
done
is
this
serious.
before.
He is serious.
If Deebo pulls one muscle
Yeah.
before week 9, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm sick of him and inflexibility. He needs to go to people to show him kinesiology. He needs to do yoga. He needs to do everything he can to stop snapping them hams. And he looks bigger than ever. He may be slimmed up, but he looks like a big rock to me. My God, he's big.
And
it's not- you
that's
see it's not
maybe
fat,
why
though.
they're keeping Cowing out. That's maybe why they're keeping Cowing, Jacob Cowing on the side, because maybe he had a little tweak or nothing serious, but they're like, you know what, we're going to keep him out. We got too many receivers to start this goddamn mess. You are not getting hurt, goddamn it. Stay on the sideline until we're ready to get you in with your fragile ass.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So, yeah, I can't wait, man. Excited, man. Thanks a lot. And, yeah, man, watch out for Floyd connecting with the double sack, which we hope Chase Young would have done with Bosa. But I feel like they're going to gel real smooth. And Collins didn't show up either, man. I'm a little disappointed that our defensive tackle didn't show up, but looks like there's an excuse for that. I forgot what the excuse was.
Well,
but,
his
watch out for
kids.
defensive-
His kids are graduating. He's going to hang out for those festivities.
Malik
Malik.
Collins,
His kids,
big boy in the building.
Yeah, his kids
So,
graduating.
yeah, watch out for our D-line, baby. Can't wait, man.
I know, right?
Keep excited, baby.
Stop
All right,
that
baby.
run.
There goes
Stop it.
Isaac Gorendo. Peace out. And there also goes Ambry Thomas out the fucking door. Adios, baby.
Adios, Jack.
All right.
Be back Sunday.
Peace. Shout out, David.
Wait, Friday. That was the middle of the week. Yeah. All right, Jack. Aaron, come on in there, man.
Ronbo.
Aaron, you know, I love the big show question. You see, the rumors already circulating that CMC, who probably is hanging out with one of the most incredible women in that area for sure, because they're about to get married, right? So it may be that CMC might be laying back, just saying, you know what, let's just hang out. This is non-mandatory. I'm in shape, as you can probably testify, right? Better than anybody on the team. So I can wait a couple more weeks. Let's go to Acapulco. Let's go to Vegas. Let's do something, anything, right? So I think, and then I'll put the word out there. He may be complaining about his salary. You know what? And then Big Show says, if you had to spend money between Aiyuk and CMC, Aaron, I want to present you with that question. If you had to spend money and you only had a certain amount to spend, and either you could pay either Aiyuk, and like the Deebo situation versus Aiyuk, everybody versus Aiyuk, and now CMC in the picture, who are you going to pay?
Oh, you know,
You got to think about it.
that's
now.
that's a really tough question
Is it?
because, I love both of them, but if I were to keep one of them, I would probably say Brandon Aiyuk because he's younger and he's in his prime. But with CMC, he's a really good running back. I really love him.
Best in the league.
But you know what?
Anyway, it's science fiction. It's not happening. People love to get things going. If CMC was worried about his money, he wouldn't have waited until now. That's what I'm saying. The more I think about it, the more stupid it is. No, he's not. He ain't worried about his money. He may be vacationing and partying, unlike it's kind of seems uncharacteristic for him. But I got a feeling Olivia has got him all wrapped up and making him crazy. So, he'll be back.
Yeah. It's for voluntary, so.
Yeah. It's voluntary workouts. And CMC, just like Bosa, they work out harder on their own than anything that's happening in OTAs.
Yeah, that's why I noticed that Nick Bosa was there. I mean, I was really surprised he was there because I guess from last year he was in that contract saga.
Yeah.
And, I guess he wanted, kind of focus on this year. Yeah.
Kyle talked him into it.
So
It made him see a lot of reasoning as to why it'd be nice if he'd show up this year, because there's nobody in the NFL in better shape than Nick Bosa. So Nick, whatever you're doing, okay, give everybody else a break. Okay, you're miles ahead of everybody else. We know you're in shape. Could you get in here? I want you to influence some of the new guys we got. I want you to meet some of the new guys we got on the defensive line. You're going to be working with a whole new crew this year, and they're anxious to meet you. And this is the good thing about bringing Nick in as well. And Nick can still work out like an animal in the facility. They got all the equipment in the facility that they got at his house. Wait a minute, maybe not. But anyway, he can still get a good workout in Santa Clara.
yeah, I think that's good for him though, and also I'm excited to see Leonard Floyd. He said the reason he came to the 49ers is because we play like, what's the word he said? Like
Grown men football.
Yeah. Like he said the 49ers eat breakfast, then they get to work.
He says you better make sure you eat your breakfast, because the 49ers.
Oh.
It's gonna be, yeah. You know what? You know why I love hearing about this, Aaron? Leonard Floyd played for the Rams. He never went on and on about the Rams like that.
No.
I love it. Yo, Rams, shout out to you. Since you're in here bothering people anyway, let you know Leonard Floyd's happy to be out of L.A. Actually, most players that played in L.A. are happy to be out of L.A. They already know that.
But yeah.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
So you got Ricky Pearsall. Brock Purdy's got nothing but good things to say about him. Ambry Thomas, of course, is not happy that we even drafted Ricky Pearsall, because Ricky's out there using him just abusing him left and right. Ambry Thomas, Womack, it's going to be hard for those guys to make this team this year. So look it up and see. All right, Ambry, get over here. I want you to guard Ricky. Who? Hey, coach, I was getting ready to get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Yeah. No, it's going to be rough. I can already pick out my DBs right now. Oh, what is that one guy's name with the great name for running? Yidium is one guy, but what's the other guy's name? Anyway, those two and Chavarius. There's three guys right there that are not going to be moved. It's going to be rough. If you're just a marginal player in that secondary,
Yeah, I think from what I heard, the Niners are really high on Darrell Luter.
Yeah, Luter, he'll make it. They haven't seen enough from him not to let you can't cut him, and you haven't seen anything. That would be ridiculous, because then he goes over to the Hawks and looks like a star. And is that Luter Jr.? Why is he over there? And what? Oh, Kyle. The first thing we do, oh, Kyle. Aaron, how many times have you said that since Kyle said it? He's a great coach, but he always has one of those, oh, Kyle moments. And he always say it. I can't. If I had $1 for every time I said that, I'd have a lot of money. God. Oh,
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that moment when Kyle, yeah, and also it was great to see Brock Purdy out there.
Oh, you knew he would be. He's the leader of the team. Well, as a quarterback, you're supposed to be the leader of the team, so he was out there playing his role. He'll be good at that. And he's a down-to-earth guy. Doesn't rub people the wrong way, I don't think. Although I did see him you ever see him get pissed off on the field, though? he looks like he is snapping at players. But of course, they probably appreciate that. But he does. Don't go too far off the line with him, though. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, from what I saw, I think they posted a video of Brock Purdy throwing, and I don't know if you noticed, but his arm strength looks stronger.
Yeah, which would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, a year after recovery. That's what I'm trying to tell people. What do you, Rock Yassin? Thank you, Justin. I love that name. Yeah, that's to be expected. I don't know why. He's got a noodle arm. He just came off of surgery. So go ahead, continue. I love this way that sounds.
Yeah, yeah, they showed a video of him throwing the ball yesterday, and I noticed his arm strength is stronger and he has more zip on that ball.
Mm-hmm. Makes nothing but sense. All right.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. Aaron, I'm gonna see you Friday and see what develops in Camp Championship 49ers coming up.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Aaron. Appreciate your fam. Loving to get in here every time too. All right. Look forward to seeing you Friday.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
You too. Oh, there he is. He is the head of the Dragon Clan and biggest fan of Don Burr's Lions in the entire NFL nation. He is Papa Dragon.
Hell yeah, watch out for those Lions, baby. They're going to lose again. Watch out for it. The Lions are going to whoop the 49ers for like
right,
3.5 quarters and still lose.
Yeah.
They're going to whoop them for 3.5 quarters. They're going to whoop the 49ers ass for 3.5 quarters and still lose.
Detroit versus everybody.
Still lose.
gonna have the 49ers begging for mercy at the half. White flag and everything.
Eminem in the crowd flipping everybody off, and guess what? He's still going to lose.
Yeah, but,
you know
that's
what?
the only thing I like about that team. Eminem follows him and he makes me laugh. Oh, God, that promo was funny.
You know, the 49er fans are very funny people, I've noticed.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people are upset because, McCaffrey's not there. But,
well, it's just unusual for him, though. That's the thing.
Unusual?
I think so.
For a voluntary OTA?
He was there last year showing everybody how it works.
You know what? Ronbo, you know what's unusual?
What?
Getting married for the first time is unusual.
See? We're on the same page. I said that. I said Olivia has got him he's just putty in her hands. Oh, but you don't have to go. It's not mandatory, right? Yeah, but I gotta go out there.
Ronbo,
come on. We're gonna spend a lifetime together.
Ronbo, this is hey, it's 2024.
Yeah.
It's 2024, Jack. You know what I'm saying? I read an article. She's talking about how she's dealing with her mental health.
Whoa.
Involving the wedding.
Oh,
right?
See?
So,
and she's already stated the first thing that you're going to do as soon as you get married is have a baby.
Right.
Well,
no, that's not it. That's not it. When you throw a multi-million dollar wedding, trust me, things will go wrong. And trust me, I have not thrown that kind of a wedding, but I've thrown a pretty nice size one.
Yeah.
And,
it's a lot of stress.
And yeah, I'm saying when you're coming out of your own pocket, but does everything go right? No. Yeah. I told Mama Dragon we were getting married. I say, look, expect things to go wrong. Don't lose your shit. Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to go bad. Things are not going to go as planned. But don't worry about it because this is not our day. This is everybody else's day. It's supposed to be our day.
Yeah.
But you watch and wait and see.
Yeah.
All these people show up. You're not even going to see them no more after today, but there's going to be a lot of people showing up. We're going to see after today.
And the drinking.
It is. Anyway.
And mad confessions and all that. And of course, Olivia's probably thinking, what is going on? Are these your friends? Because I didn't invite these people. They're making a shambles of our whole wedding.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it can get messy.
So when Coach, Coach Turner, you can't, screen his calls. You got to take his phone calls.
Yeah.
So from Coach Turner, he basically said, Christian McCaffrey is here in every capacity except for physically, and I will be attending his wedding this summer. That's all it is, fam. It ain't money.
I bet you're right.
So
I bet you're right.
It's wedding business. Wedding business. But that's what Bobby said. Bobby ain't worried about it.
He said business. He didn't say 40. Well, he said business. He didn't say what business. So I bet you're onto something.
Yeah. No, yeah. It is what it is. I mean, that's what's kind of going around in the circle. I'm not worried about that. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear any of that. Just like, I don't want to hear. I'm sick of excuses, Ronbo. I want picks. I don't want to hear that we didn't advance the Super Bowl because of Tart, Jimmy, and injuries. I want to hear that.
Oh,
I don't want to advance.
Every year we got an excuse.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't either.
I don't want to hear. Exactly. I don't want to hear we didn't advance the Super Bowl because Brock Purdy got hurt.
Or
because
Bill
guess what? He got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I tell you something else too.
He got there.
And tell you what, Pop,
there was more excuses.
They have got Bill. You know what? They've got us doing Thursday night football games twice, right? There's teams, a list of teams that aren't even going to play Thursday night. We have to play twice, but there are teams that don't even have to play once. How in the world did they come to that agreement? By the way, I'm saying if you're going to make the 49ers a display team for everybody to watch, then you better compensate them, and we need to make an agreement in that pact that Bill Vinovich stay the hell away from the 49ers.
Wait a second. Hold on. Yes or no? Isn't it the 49ers that built that stupid stadium in Santa Clara, and they asked the NFL every single year to not schedule games during sunny times in September? So they're already making concessions for the 49ers. How many more concessions are they supposed to make?
Listen.
I'm just saying. It is what it is.
We need to go to court and have this out. Ronbo versus Papa Dragon and the 49ers are right to cry about this disadvantageous schedule.
No, grown man don't cry, Ronbo. Grown man don't cry.
I'm not happy. Pop, it'd be one thing if it was an extra Monday night or Sunday night. But an extra Thursday, Pop, do you know how many days between us and the Ravens? It's 37 extra. 37 days. That's a month with the.
That's not what you said. You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying I'm right. All I'm saying is that, again, at this point, it's another excuse, right? Now they're the NFL team. Are they or are they not the NFL team to have 18 players 30 or over?
Yeah.
They are. And when you get older, Ronbo, guess what you got? Injuries.
Yes.
Surgeries. All that stuff adds up. Right?
From years gone by.
Are they supposed to have another
tissue
like
ready to tear?
Year? Look, I'm just saying. It is what it is, right? I'm just saying it is what it is. Like, okay, I'm glad Deebo showed up. Did he really show up for the 49ers? Or did he show up to showcase his talents to the league?
And take his shirt off.
That's what people over here are saying.
I know.
We want Deebo. The Titans want Deebo. They want him. It behooves him. It behooves Deebo to show up and start showing and showcase himself and creating a buzz for himself in case he does get traded. It behooves him to do that. So he should show up. But guess what?
Another perfect observation. Yeah. Wait. Tanjan Zell. Hey, graduating this guy. Congratulations on that graduation. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Congratulations on that graduation, man. But, whatever the case is, man, I don't want to hear about what Dak Prescott gets paid or what Cousins gets paid or what Purdy's going to get paid. Right now, the only thing that should matter is winning. I don't want to hear my owner sit there and say, oh, well, just getting to the championship game is good enough for me. I don't want to hear that. I don't.
So far
that's not how winners think.
I don't know what possessed him to make that statement.
Well, he was feeling himself, and it's the wrong statement to make. But, hey, we live in the world of alternative facts now, So whatever. I don't even want to hear that the window's closing. I don't hear it. I don't. At this point, they're going into their 8th year. They've done a lot of winning. They should have won multiple Super Bowls with the team that they had. They've been favored for like the last 2 or 3 years. So that's why I don't want to hear it. Are they not favored every game?
You know, Pop, we are like the Boston Celtics. We get there every year. Get there every year and come out dry. I do not want this comparison.
No.
They're making jokes about that already. Boston Celtics are the San Francisco 49ers of the NBA. What?
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't know, man. Boston,
you did not say that.
Boston won some championships.
Oh, yeah, but
you know
we
what?
did too a long time ago. But that's what the Celtics did a long time ago, too.
I absolutely get it. I get it. And I don't
Jim
think anyone more than I
everybody.
hate Larry Bird. Absolutely hate Larry Bird. But I hated him because he was so good. I hated Michael Jordan because, again, I hate him because he was so good. You know what I'm saying? I know people hate on Brock Purdy. You know why they hate on Brock Purdy?
Why?
Because the dude's good.
And it's irrelevant. You don't get any other combination.
You don't want him to be good.
But
he's good. He is.
It's Cynthia, right?
So,
and listen, owners care more about money than championships as long as they're not losing. You know, that's the gospel truth, too. Jerry Jones has probably pretty much realized that's what his fate's going to be.
I don't know if that's Jerry's. I don't think so. I think Jerry does value winning, but he wants his cake and eat it too. So, but I don't want to talk about Jerry. Don't.
No,
I want to talk about Jed's 49ers, right? Because now Jed is in charge. He ain't got to go to mom and papa no more. Now he's the man.
Well,
he
right.
is the primary owner of this team. Exactly. Right? And you know what he led with? What did he lead with, Ronbo? Oh, well, I consider this season a success, even if we lost that game. Really?
Hey,
that's
Bob,
what you lead with? And
Bob,
guess what he got rewarded with, Ronbo? The team.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's to let you know that he's not firing your favorite guy and his comrade. Listen, Pop, we got to pull up.
And again, I have said repeatedly
that you don't want to see Kyle Shanahan fired.
I want him to do better and stop acting like he has all the answers when he doesn't. That's what I want. I want to see him do it.
I agree.
It'd be good for the history of the franchise if Shanahan brought a trophy in Santa Clara. It'd be a great story. Father to son, tradition, West Coast offense, all that crap.
Because it trails all the way back to Bill Walsh. This is why you're right. Shannon's got to be having the stress on him has to be unreasonably bad. You know, I'm supposed to be a Shanahan.
I know he looks bad,
and I'm getting beat like a drum. Okay, well, Kyle. I mean, let's make some changes. He's got a great team out there for me. You can see this team is going to be hell on wheels. But we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
We got to go, fam. I mean, I'll see you Friday. All right. Always a pleasure, Pop.
Detroit sucks worse than everybody. Detroit sucks worse than everybody.
You get T-shirts made. I'm gonna put a sign
Detroit
up there.
Sucks
That's what I need to put back
everybody. There, I said it 3 times. The beat is 2 times.
Good night, Pop. Give my best to the Dragon family. Bam, boom.
I will, man.
All right, man.
Big shout out to you, production. Shout out to the usual suspects and crew. I'm out.
Night, Pop. Let's get Steven in there, the Bambinos. Steven!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Steven, you're in the car, aren't you? I hear that whistling, that air whipping by because Steven's moving at warp speeds. Huh?
Yeah, I'm hauling ass down Pacific Avenue going 110 right now.
Look out, Officer Lockup is out there. What's that guy? Buford T. Justice. You better watch Smokey in the bed.
Oh, my God.
I'll never forget Buford. Anyway, hey, Steven, you got a situation here. We got a lot of guys missing in camp. Last year, we had such an attendance thing going on. Everybody was rah, 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 rah. I was like a little concerned with that this year because the fact of the matter is last year we had all that momentum going on. And now you got guys for various reasons. And Pop just made up something I just realized is absolutely got to be the truth. CMC's not coming to camp. Why? Because Olivia's sweating over that wedding more. Because guys don't sweat over weddings. You know, I just figure just go in, put the suit on, and walk down the aisle. Her father brings her down, hands her to you, and game over, and everybody starts drinking and partying. No, there's preparation involved. Lots. So I bet that is part of it.
Well, you're getting married. I mean, because you're going to obviously prioritize that over some fucking,
Non-mandatory,
optional OTA. I mean, you'd be stupid to say, "Oh no, babe, I gotta go practice," and especially if it's optional. Like really? Like, I'm gonna miss my wedding because you want me at practice. I'm pretty sure Kyle knows too. He's like, "Nah, he's not gonna be here." Like, guarantee you, Kyle was probably like, "Don't even sweat it. Like, I don't want to deal with Olivia. Like, I see what she does to you when she gets mad."
And Stephen, they should tell people that. Just don't leave everybody hanging to come up with things, because you know how media people are. Well, it's probably suspect that CMC, who never misses any minute for training, is out of camp and OTAs and has missed the first 3 without a word being said. You don't know if a word's not been said. You don't know. Stop saying it. You know. God. So.
Here's the thing with CMC. He's not worried about money because he knows he's going to get paid.
No, yeah. I'm sure he's not broke now.
Like, he knows. He's a game changer. There's no way he's sweating about money. He's like, I know I'm going to get my money. I know I'm going to get paid. There's no point in trying to make it stink because I know my worth. There's nothing more deadly than a guy who doesn't care because he knows his options are limitless.
Only guys who come up through with the contract do that. Yeah, it's true. Guys coming up through. Look at T. Higgins. T. Higgins won't even go sign his franchise tag. T, just do it and worry about next year when it comes. You can't do that now. What, are you going to sit out the season? Le'Veon Bell Jr. God. But anyway.
Yeah, no, it's. I think the media just wants something to stir up because it's a slow day. The beginning of OTAs, nothing's really happening. How can I come up with a story to really whip things up?
But we're still vulnerable to it. Have you, Stephen? Do you remember any year since the 49ers, especially even when we're doing badly, that you didn't bite on madness? And in the back of your head, that's such BS. But then you start to think about it, and that's where you go wrong. You start to give it legs, and you start to give it some kind of reasoning, and there's no reasoning behind it. And it's like we all fall prey to it every year. I said last year and the year before that, I'm not going to listen to the media this offseason. I'm going to talk to you and everybody else that I love to talk to, and we're going to. You know what? It never works. Every year, some media person pisses me off, and they'll do it again next year.
Yeah, no, it's always going to be that, Ronbo. It's always going to be that because we are the team to beat. How can you start bullshit over nothing? And, how can you go about it by making it look like that? Man, that's what the media does.
Yeah.
They take
Trained.
nothing and make it into something. Like, remember, who was it? Who it was just recently, too, with the Niners, where, what was it? The agent had to come out and say something. Like, no, that's not what happened.
Oh, from Francella. Yeah, Francella was telling everybody that Aiyuk was wanted to get traded. And the agent finally got, he was like us. He got tired of reading it, hearing about it. And he just comes out and makes an open public statement. Look, my client has not asked for a trade. And that's what I went after Francella. Francella, where do you get your information from? Well, no, really, seriously. Why don't you list your sources instead of sources? Who are they? Well, remember last time when I said the Steelers were going to move so-and-so, that it did happen. Just saying, oh, okay. God.
That's like, I mean, shit. I know sometimes I'm like, oh, yeah, I got my sources, but at least I'm like, right, I called the Chase Young trade. I knew we were going to acquire Chase Young. I knew that, what was it? Who did I say was going to get traded? Oh, my God. So I knew it was like, the Niners are not going to sign this because the guy said no.
Did you know about Eric Armstead?
Eric Armstead? No, I did not know about Eric Armstead. I didn't ask about Eric Armstead because, to be honest, I don't care about Eric Armstead. Everyone knows that. I don't care for him because he's a prima donna who got paid millions upon millions of dollars to show up half of the time. And it's like, yeah, you can blame it on injury. Yes, player health is important, but the problem is so is availability.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Does anyone hear an echo? Justin hears an echo. Okay.
I heard no echo.
Okay.
Like, That's what makes me mad. That's what, you know, that's what makes me mad is that, like, you know, you get news sources who are like, oh, yeah, this is happening. But it's not happening. It's literally just still water, and they're just trying to kick up dust to see what sticks the best. That's the news media. And
it's so sad because there's lots of things out there that are factual that are interesting. I don't know why they can't. It's all about sensationalism. You know, it's everybody. Most people have a short attention span, especially nowadays, right? If you don't come up with something to quickly grab attention, you're gonna get looked past and over. So you know, you gotta say,
exactly.
come up with the biggest lie you can, and people like their head will turn. So, yeah.
Like, for instance, like, you know, what they should be talking about is like, hey, look, you know, start looking at the fact that Ricky Pearsall was paired up with Avery Thomas in OTAs, and then Ricky Pearsall was burning Avery Thomas. You're putting the worst corner, possibly the worst corner in the league, against probably
Steven.
one of the better wide roster.
I mean, I used to like Ambry so much. That year that he picked off Stafford in that big game and brought that game for us and kept us into the playoffs.
That was it, though, because Giovanni Lenore, we don't know what was going on with him. He kept us in the game, yeah, but the problem is that that's all he did. That's all he did, and that's all we had that high on. And I'm guilty of it. Ambry Thomas picked off Matthew Stafford in the playoffs and kept us in the game. That's all we had. But it was all for nothing because Klosky T dropped the fucking
no, you know what? As long as we all live, we're never going to forget that moment. And Klosky! Oh, my God. You know.
It's like the Kyle Williams thing all over again. You remember the incident with Kyle Williams?
Oh, yeah. Kicking the ball. Kyle, what size shoes do you wear? Oh, no. You know, this is what I'm saying. We were just talking about that. Every year, Pop says, I don't want to hear about this. I want to hear about it. Every year, Stephen, we're talking about that one moment. And what are the odds? I'll never get over this. Luda Jr.'s downfield on special teams work. The ball flies through the air. It doesn't hit another player. It doesn't hit a chief or anything else. It hits the 149er in that area, in the leg, bounces off of him, and a chief recovers the ball somewhere in the 10 or 15-yard line. What the freak? Wow! What are the odds? Oh!
The city of Kansas City had to have made like some sort of deal with the devil because that's so fucking freaky. That is like how many times? Either that or we're cursed to never win a Super Bowl. And why? Because every time we get either close or we're in it, some freak fucking thing happens where we end up losing the game. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm trying to get over.
In 2019, when we won the Super Bowl last time, had George Kittle not been called for that freak, offensive, penalty, we probably would have won. Because that touchdown was at the end of the first half going into the second. That would have changed the entire momentum of the game had he not had an offensive pass interference.
And next year, Steven, just get ready for another one. Another freak experience. We got to go now, though. Listen, drive carefully, Steven. I'm gonna see you Friday, okay?
Can I get a 49er shout out? It's my birthday today. I turned 29.
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot we were supposed to do that in the first place. All right. Happy Niners birthday to Steven. Happy Niners birthday to Big Steve and two Bambinos. Of course, it's not their birthday, but you know, Steven's he's got two little ones running around there. Happy Niners! Steven, have a great birthday, man. What are you on your way? You must be on your way to party now. It's too late, though. Maybe. Anyway, Steven, see you Friday.
I'll see you Friday, Ronbo. You have a great night.
You too.
And good night, Niner faithful.
Night, Steven. And Native Dan says, so we keep Kyle if we lose 3 more Super Bowls, do we? I got to tell you, though, Native Dancer, if we go to 3 more Super Bowls anytime shortly, you know, I don't know. Do you fire him? Listen, if anybody that want to look back into history, there's been a lot of coaches that Bill Belichick lost in the beginning. Madden lost in the beginning, Super Bowls. Sometimes it works like that. The 49ers, though, Bill Walsh never did lose, did he? Bill Walsh is special, man. He really is. He doesn't get enough credit. Eric.
Hey, bud.
Eric, good evening to you. Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing tonight?
Doing fine. And since football season's already started, now we get to a little nitpicking the little things that are going on in camp. And you know, Eric, left up to our own devices, you know, the 49er mind, and actually any football fanatic's mind, you will take a small sampling of news and it will get in your mind and your brain and start taking up every cavity of your skull, coming up with all kind of stuff that you'll find out later was your imagination, right? So, you know, CMC has missed OTAs. It's not a big deal. It's not mandatory. He's getting married. Chances are good, if you think rationally, he's probably involved in his wedding. So he's probably already told the 49ers, of whom have decided to keep that to themselves for whatever reason. So, I mean, Steve, Eric, do you go through this? Do you get news and start coming up with your own conclusions?
If there's a reason, there's a reason. Yeah.
You know, football is an amazing sport of what it does to your whole being. Do you wonder what you'd be like if you weren't a football fan and what you'd be doing? I mean, Eric, I don't know if you're like, are you thinking football most of the time? I'm always thinking about football. This goes all the way back to high school, though. But it's crazy. It's an amazing game. Because I'm an NBA fan. I was until I found out that the refs were cheating. Baseball is a game I like to sit back on a sofa or a soft chair and just casually fall asleep because it's a relaxing thing like that PGA action. You ever watch a golf game on TV? That, by the way, I want to suggest if you're looking for a Saturday afternoon nap, turn on that PGA action. Make sure don't lay in a position where you can fall off the sofa, but just lay there and relax and watch. And that ball, and that's going to be on. Looks going to be approaching the pits, and that's into the sand. And then they go on, and then they walk for like 5 minutes, and the commentator's surprised to feel that. I'm out. I mean, that's like better than any pill you can take. Ball just shoots across the screen. You don't see anything but this little white thing in green. I mean, Eric, do you play golf?
Yeah.
See, if you're playing golf, it makes sense. But to watch golf does not make sense. I've got to think about golf. But that's neither here nor there. Eric, talk to me about what's going on in your camp in Hawksville.
I think we're doing pretty good from what I understand.
How's that defensive coach? Is he making guys? Is he doing things different than what you remember from Pete Carroll?
It's going to be different. It's going to definitely be different without having Pete around. But
I know, right? Everybody's going to miss him, Eric. Even other fans. I'm going to miss Pete. Him on that sideline he was so animated. You always knew what was going on with Pete. And I loved his reactions to everything that went on the field. Even when you guys are doing good. Especially that face of something just went wrong. And the first thing Pete does is come down and ask the referee, "Are you sure about that call?" Because to me it looked like you read his lips, Because Kyle Shanahan rarely, he works the refs every now and then, but not like Pete used to.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, Eric, anything? What else?
What's up?
What else did you have on your mind?
I was wondering, so this is, the camping now open house, the way to looking.
Eric, say that one more time. You said
What-
I heard. Say it one more time.
Cody, Duedo.
Oh. Yeah. What about him?
How's he looking? Is he looking pretty good?
Oh, Cody Schrader. You know what? Nothing being said bad about him. Now, there's not a lot being said about the running backs. What we're hearing mostly about is Ricky, because he's the first-round pick, and how he's working out. We're hearing about Deebo. We're hearing about various people. We're hearing about guys who didn't show up. But for the most part, yeah, they're not saying a lot. We're going to hear about them probably in the next few weeks, though. You're going to hear more about them when the pads get on with the running backs, most likely.
Yep.
And you got an offensive line out there pushing.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna. If he doesn't make, I mean, I'm not sure if he's gonna actually make the 53, but if he doesn't, he's still gonna make the practice squad.
Yeah, that you know what it could be. All he's got to do is show up and show out during preseason and the early workouts, and if he can do that, because there's other running backs we already know about on the squad. Jordan Mason, we know about him. We know about Elijah Mitchell, and no doubt about it, we know CMC. Now there's going to be, I suspect. Wow, that's the 49ers aren't going to fill up that room with running backs. They're going to put maybe one, possibly two on the practice squad. I don't know who they'd be. But Gurindo's going to be on the 53. Yeah. Wow. From that just alone, Gurindo's going to be on the 53. Isaiah Mitchell, Gurindo, and CMC. Also, we have to keep a position open for Juice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's going to make the team.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to Drake. We saw a fullback leave a couple of years ago that I thought they should have kept. No matter how good a guy looks, the 49ers will look where they can stand the pain of losing a player the most, and they'll go with that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But everybody says good things about Drake, so I want to see him play. I can't wait till preseason.
Yeah, this kid, he's fast. He's a beast. You guys are going to really love this kid.
Nobody said anything otherwise. So, yeah. And the 49ers picked him up for a reason. Although, the 49ers pick up players sometimes that are good like that. I'm not sure if they made them into camp bodies or what. Why would you pick up? We'll see. Well, it sounds good to me. I'd like to see him stay. All right, Eric. I'll be back Friday, and let's talk some more.
You might be off the grid here for a little bit, but I'll be back.
No, I'll be expecting you. Don't be off the grid too long, man. All right. All right, Eric.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, there he is. Jalen!
Ronbo, is that you?
That's me.
How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Like I told you, man, the season ain't started. I ain't got nothing to be mad about. At week 4, week 5, then ask me. Boy, I tell you what, man.
Yeah.
God.
Man. Well, Ronbo, we inching closer. Ronbo, let me start this off. Quick, not a shout out, but I gotta call somebody out on something. Rudy, you have got to be one of the most just embarrassing human beings I've ever seen in my life. Ronbo, I was in the 49ers OTA. You know when they had the players and coaches for the first time speak. Ronbo, they had a live stream on YouTube with the 49ers official YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't even got to the podium yet. It's been streaming for 50 minutes. Yeah. It's just a picture of the 49ers. Fans are just in there chatting.
Yeah.
Rudy's in there front and center. I'm like, dude, you on every single 49ers page. You on Grant's page. You on the official page. You on Rombo's page. Bro, are you a closet 49ers fan? Are you that obsessed with the 49ers, bro? That you got to go to? How many pages are you following?
There's 3 or 4 other guys like that too. Everett, I've
Bro,
seen
these
Everett
guys are
on other pages. I said, man, what is?
Rombo, that is I've never Rombo.
That's professional trolling.
I can tell you right now, Rombo. I don't be on no Rams page. I don't be on no Hawks page. And I damn sure don't be on no sorry ass Cardinals page.
You and me both.
What other fan base goes on there? Who does this?
Deprived. You know,
I mean,
49ers have oppressed them for a very long time, Jalen. I try to get into that psyche, and I realize they feel battered and bruised, and the only thing they can do is do what they do, is come in
my thing
and
is,
just do
why
what they
is it
do.
just us? Why is it just us? Why don't the Rams do that to the Seahawks? Why don't the Seahawks do it to the Rams? But why don't they do it amongst each other? We don't, but it's not a Rumble. Everybody's coming for us, though. Everybody's coming for the 49ers. Nobody goes after each other. You don't hear the Rams talking about the Seahawks. You don't hear the Seahawks talking about the Rams.
What are they going to talk about?
Everybody
they got 3 trophies between them.
Everybody wants to take a shot at the 49ers. I don't understand that. I mean, you make all these jokes about VHS tapes, but you always coming in here every week to speak to us about these VHS tapes. You ain't talking to the Cardinals about not having a ring and God knows how long if they even got one.
I suggested that to Rudy. I said, what you going to pick on somebody
like
that? But
you come in here, you talking to us. Well, like what? I don't understand that, Ronbo. Misery loves company, and God knows them sorry-ass small market organizations ain't going to be able to do much outside their city. That's a damn Ronbo.
That's it.
Yeah,
they're not a worldwide
they
brand.
just a bunch of small market teams. They just jealous, Ronbo. They small market teams.
Well, see, that's the embarrassing part about it. LA's a big market. But they can't get it done.
No, Rombo, the Rams. No, hell no. Rombo, don't do that. The Rams, LA don't claim the Rams.
No, I mean, LA.
Rombo, they don't claim the Rams. They don't. They like the stepson, Rombo. They the stepson. They don't. No, LA don't claim them. Stop.
It's the Dodgers. It's a tie between the Lakers and the Dodgers. And then the Rams are just that football team that happened to be in LA. You're right.
Rombo, I throw USC and UCLA up in there. They don't nobody care about the Rams. Rombo, if the Rams were to leave next year, they would not care.
I bet you're right. UCLA and SC have huge histories.
Yes, Rombo, nobody cares about the Rams. Rombo, hell, the Clippers.
No, wait. Now they do. They might be neck and neck at least with the Clippers. Well, know what? Not now. No, I forgot. The Clippers might have pulled ahead.
Man, Rombo, this is embarrassing. Like, I don't understand that, man. I seriously don't understand how you are this obsessed with other teams to where you are. I mean, I get coming into Ronbo. All right, okay, cool. You know Ronbo. Damn, you want Grant and the official page and R7. They talking to Raj, Ronbo. They being Raj live. I'll be like, damn.
Rudy,
man, y'all are losers, man. Like, what else do you have to do?
Rudy was doing an interview with
they on every single Breezy. 49ers page. It is insane, Ronbo.
Yeah, and Breezy and also Grant, they did interviews with Rudy. And Rudy sit up there, Grant, you know what's wrong with the 49ers? Rudy, first thing Rudy wants to do is point out what's wrong with the 49ers. His club has 2 trophies in 70 years, but he has the ability, the gall, to point out what's wrong with the 49ers. And he's been beaten by the 49ers 7 years in a row, except for a couple of occasions. Exactly. And one of them didn't matter. And he has a nerve to point out what's wrong with the 49ers. That's what I said.
My thing is,
good
why don't they
Almighty.
speak out on the Rudy? Why don't you, Rudy, and I know you in the chat, why don't you speak out on the Cardinals, Rudy? They ain't won a ring, and God knows, I don't even think they've been to a freaking Super Bowl. Why don't you speak on them?
I mean,
why don't y'all say nothing about the Cardinals, but y'all come and say something about us?
They consider themselves above the Cardinals. That's below them. But that's the thing. Rudy believes the Rams are every bit on the same level as the 49ers. He really does. I've saw what he said and how he thinks and how he talks. He really means it.
We're on both. Now, didn't the Hawks get swept by the Rams this year?
Yep.
Gene.
The Rams have beaten the Hawks like that for years.
Yeah,
even
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Gene D, like, really? You worried about us and y'all can't get by the Rams. And then you fighting neck and neck with the freaking Cardinals. Like, something ain't right, Ronbo. Something's not right with that. Why is everybody worried about us and it's a team in front of them that's kicking their ass? Like, Ronbo, Rams can't get past us. Yeah, Ronbo. Cardinals, they get around the problem. I don't understand this, Ron. But I don't
I'm not gonna say
understand
anything about the Cardinals because Cardinals give everybody a problem. They just don't beat you, but they'll have you sweating for 4 quarters.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, God.
This has got to be one of the most embarrassing divisions. I mean, Ronbo, this is probably worse than the Texans, Colts, Titans, and freaking Jags. I mean, those are 4 small market teams right there. You ain't got not one big market team. If we wasn't here in the NFC West, Ronbo, hey, that'll be us.
You know,
we carry this division, Ronbo. We've been carrying this division for God knows how long. Well, nobody be talking about the NFC West if it wasn't for the 49ers.
We take a couple of recesses, but you know, that's all they were. We be right back.
We keep the hype, Ronbo. We keep the hype.
That's true.
Nobody. And if it wasn't true, Rudy, why don't you say anything about the Seahawks? You don't never troll the Hawks. You don't never troll the Cardinals. Gene D, you never troll the Cardinals. You never troll the Rams.
And the Hawks would have a superiority over the Hawks. Superiority over the Rams.
I need some answers to that, buddy. You seem to got questions and answers for everything for the 49ers, but you ain't got none for the Rams. You ain't got none for the Seahawks.
Jalen, it's like being a middle-class citizen attending an A-lister party, and you're running around in there just profiling and faking. Because people be asking you, I've seen you somewhere before. What is your name? Nah, I've done a production last year, but you probably missed it. I don't know. You name some BS title. Yeah. So, you know, this is what they do. They're just hanging around with us because they want to be us.
Yeah, Ronbo. I mean, they don't have a fan base or any fans below the age of 25.
With them brand new jerseys.
You ever seen a young Seahawks fan that wasn't from like a family or something that just decided, hey, I want to be a Seahawks fan? No, that doesn't happen.
I used to ask him, hey, wait, I never seen a Seahawks fan in a throwback. What, you guys got any throwback jerseys?
No, hell no. Silence. Neither do the Rams. What, you gonna pull out a Marshall Falk or something? Guy, like, come on, dog. Ain't nobody worried about them.
Jalen, we gotta go.
Kenny Britt? What they pulling out a Kenny Britt jersey? Like, stop it. Todd Gurley? You gonna pull out a Todd Gurley? Come on, Rombo. Where's y'all history?
That's not a throwback either. Todd Gurley was playing with McVay too. We gotta go, fam. Let me see you Friday. And great points.
Somebody needs to humble those buffoons, man. They need to look in the mirror, dog. Man, there's 4 teams in this division, and y'all all coming for one. I don't understand that.
Well, you know, you got to be.
Meanwhile, we spread the blows out to everybody. We punched the Cardinals, we punched the Rams, we punched the Seahawks. Meanwhile, everybody trying to jump on the Niners.
Mm-hmm. And you know something, Jalen? I would never go around messing with the Steeler fans chat. I ain't going, hey, well, you guys are coming down. There's no way. The Steelers are superior to the 49ers, okay? They've got 6. We've been trying to get 6.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Yeah, Patriots. I wouldn't do the Patriots either.
I just want to argue with them about one thing. Tom Brady versus Joe Montana and the difference between the two. But that's the only argument. I don't say anything else about anything else, you know. But yeah, let me see you Friday.
All right, Ron, I'll talk to you.
All right, Bill. All right, Jalen. Well, it's a big show. Ooh, big show.
What's up, Ronbo? How are you?
Big Show, doing fine as we get closer to the season. Pretty soon, the summer sun will be out there. Unlike a lot of people, I love when it gets too hot. And football will be.
I love it too.
Oh yeah, and football will be rolling. Yeah, I don't know why people complain about it. It's too hot.
I don't either.
Lose some.
No, it's not. I'd rather deal with hot than freaking extreme cold, having to shovel snow all day. No, thank you.
Whoa. God, yes. I've never lived in that kind of where there's shoveling snow. But
neither have I. But I've been in it, and I was like, yeah, no thanks. This is not for me.
Yeah,
I'm a tropical, warm weather kind of person.
And your dad would have told you, hey, you want to get up and clear that driveway out for me? What? Come on.
If I get $50, yeah, sure.
Yes. All right. Well, listen, I'm not going to go to work. We're not going to be able to do this. We're not going to be able to do that. Dad, it's not going to work. I'll stay here and starve to death. But that snowdrift of 5.
Well, my dad lived in Alaska. My dad lived in Alaska, so he knows what it's like.
Don't they have special ways to deal with a place like Alaska, though? Because they get that all the time.
Yeah. He said when they played outside, it was still light outside
I know.
in the evening. So
the white nights. I like that.
Yeah. But anyway, I can totally understand why Jennifer asked that question, but she knew, and everybody in the building knew, that CMC was getting married. I'm not necessarily concerned about his absence. What I am concerned about is the underlying issue that was brought up along with that question that everybody's ignoring, and that's after this season, CMC is not guaranteed any money on his contract, meaning he's a free agent and can look at other teams should he want to. And quite honestly, I don't think he wants to. I think he wants to stay with us, and that's why I asked that question earlier. Who's more integral to this offense, CMC or Brandon Aiyuk? Because you can't pay both. And my answer to that question is obviously CMC, because Ronbo, our offense was flatlined before CMC came to this team. It was doing just okay.
Yeah.
We had no identity on offense. Let's be real with ourselves.
And we were squeaking out games in the fourth quarter every week.
We were going through a quarterback carousel at the time, and we were losing our identity very fast. And once CMC came along, he brought back our offense to life. He is the focal point of our offense now, and he is the heartbeat of the offense. And he turned it around. Does Aiyuk do that? No. That's why I would be exactly fine with moving off of Aiyuk, because we drafted his replacement who can do everything he can. And he's already turning heads in OTAs, according to David Lombardi.
Who?
And so that David Lombardi said that Ricky Pearsall's turning heads in OTAs.
No, I know. David loves him. David,
and that gives me hope. And that makes me feel confident that he's going to do just fine. Should we move off Aiyuk this season or next? Because you can't pay CMC $27-28 million and Brandon Aiyuk $30 million and Brock Purdy $50 million.
He wouldn't expect that either.
Ronbo, come on, that's the money he's expecting. Come on, that's the market right now for the wide receiver.
No, I was talking about CMC.
Oh, I'm CMC. I'm sorry, but
no, Brandon's gonna. It's gonna
I'm
be.
pretty
You're
sure
right.
Give him
somewhere between 27 and 32 is what I'm thinking for Aiyuk.
Yeah, that's exactly where my number is too. Exactly. And that's the going rate for wide receivers now. And other teams had no problems shopping their wide receiver. I can't stop sounding like a broken record saying this, but other teams had no problem shopping off their star wide receivers. The Titans did it with A.J. Brown. The Kansas City Chiefs did it with Tyreek Hill. The Green Bay Packers did it with Devontae Adams.
Okay, but
you
know what's scary about the teams
Cleveland, the Cowboys did it with Amari Cooper.
Hey, but
you got
to
and that was a big mistake
along
for them letting him go. We do. We have Ricky Pearsall coming along. He's already turning heads, like Lamar said. And
here's the thing: they're going to take a look next year. What's going to end up happening and holding up negotiations?
And like I said,
it's like what you're saying too. Also, if indeed they're going to give him a 3-year contract at maximum, Aiyuk, and next year
I don't
he'll
think
get
so.
maybe 1-2 years guaranteed. But they're going to look at whoever they have next year, and then there's going to be a problem.
CMC is a generational problem. It's a generational talent. And you do not let players like that go.
No, I'm talking about Aiyuk.
I know, but I'm saying his contractual situation was brought up with Jennifer Lee Chan by the questions she asked, and she kind of made it seem like there was an issue with him holding out in non-mandatory OTAs, which there's not.
Yeah.
Another person we have to be concerned about too is Javarius Ward. He was asked about his contract situation on Kay Adams' show, and he shut that down really quick and was short with her and gave her a short answer on it. And
he's expecting to get paid. He is expecting to get paid by the 49ers, so I don't know how.
Yeah, that's another contract we have to worry about. And another one is Diamador Lenore coming up. He's up and coming, and he's another corner I would like to see alongside of Javarius Ward, because those have been our two best corners since the days where we had Culliver and oh my gosh, who else was Dante Hittner? They've been the best corners we've had since that trio that we had back in the secondary during the cap days.
If Rock and Idiom look good, there's going to be some interesting changes made next season.
there's going to be a lot of difficult decisions that's going to have to be made after this year. And I don't foresee us going to another Super Bowl this year because we have a lot of players under contract that who knows how telling they are of whether or not they want to return. And
So that's 15 yards for
or how the morale
conversation. What do you mean you don't expect the
or
49ers
how
to
the
go to Super
morale
Bowl?
is or how the morale is going to be this year, Ronbo, because there's a lot of players that are wanting a lot of money, and George Kittle's up next year too, and we still have yet to find his replacement. Should we also get rid of him?
How's George Kittle up next year? Didn't we extend his contract in a very bizarre way of restructuring?
We extended it like in 2020, maybe a 4-year deal, I think, and it's already been 4 years now.
He just got restructured just a few weeks ago.
Restructured, yes, but his money is still his money. I don't think we extended him for an amount of time, so we restructured of him. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That restructure, that's what gets the 49ers into trouble. Why you have to re-sign these people? Because what are you going to give him that money after he leaves?
Right.
See, the 49ers have been kicking the can down the road, and it's we've all talked about this the last couple of years. I don't know how they're going to handle this. They must have some kind of plan because they're not that stupid. I mean, it looks like it, but I mean, they know what they're doing.
They did have a plan, and they restructured a lot of guys this year. Last year, before we went on our Super Bowl run, and they can't do that anymore. And we're cash strapped now. We're in cap hell right now, and we have a lot of guys that are free agents coming in 2025. They've done all the restructuring they can possibly do.
I know.
To allocate that money towards other players to keep them here and keep them happy. And now we're in a situation that we're gonna have to accept reality. After this year, you know, like there's no telling how this year's gonna go. I mean, you know, because players want to get paid and they're not happy they're not paid right now.
Well, because you can get paid anywhere else is the problem. And at that point, they don't care how bad the team is. I just wanted my money. That's so sad.
Who's gonna know, or how are they gonna play, given that they're sitting out? And because to me, if you're getting paid millions of dollars, I don't give a shit if it's non-mandatory or mandatory. You are to be here every single damn day of the week when you are supposed to be. I understand TMC's getting married. Granted, that's an excuse. Yes, he's getting married, and that's an automatic get out of jail free card in my book. But if you want to get paid elsewhere and want to showcase your talents to other teams that have the money to sign you, you need to be. That's what good players do. They are here every single day of the week when they can be. And Tom Brady said it himself that he treated the off season and he treated preseason games like it was the Super Bowl, because that way when he went to the Super Bowl, it was like another day in the office.
There you go.
And look at the results of that.
And that's a good thing to do. So we got to go. And as usual, always great stuff. I can't wait till you get back in there.
Shout out to everyone.
Okay.
All right, take care.
You too.
Y'all have a great night. Shout out to Frank. Love you, Frank. All right, good night.
And Quentin. Come on in, Quentin.
Ronbo.
Quentin.
Can you hear,
how you doing, fam?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good.
All right.
Hey, I thought you didn't allow bullying on your show.
Well, I often...
Because every time I listen to your show, I hear our own fans, faithful, talking about gloom and doom about the 49ers, and I feel like they're talking about my girlfriend.
The thing is, it's an open forum. We allow, what you can do, we allow debate. So if you come in and you do say something bad about the team, I usually counter as much as I can. And also other people will call in and get on it. As you know, Papa Dragon loves to do that. Big Show likes to come in and set the fires. And Jalen, anything may happen with Jalen. Today he went off on a tangent of rival fans, but usually Jalen's talking about aspects of the 49ers that he does not appreciate. There's always going to be people, Quentin, that don't appreciate what's going on, because if we had a couple of trophies, I wonder what we'd be talking about, Quentin. We're saying things like, just another day at the office, I guess. I mean, it couldn't get any better than this. Quentin, I wonder how much fun that would be, though, if we were just dominating. If we were the Kansas City Chiefs, what do the Chiefs talk about?
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
I just wonder.
But I honestly, I everybody's always talking about they want Shanahan fired and all this other stuff.
They don't really.
And man, as soon as we fire him and he goes and gets another job, we're gonna be sitting up there looking at what the whole world knows we eat ass face, looking at him winning and knowing that, what he brought us from.
Yeah.
Same thing we do with Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh can do no wrong. He's like, oh man, we know that the Chargers got a good coach. We know it. And the same thing's going to happen if we let Shanahan go.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing too is I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think the 49ers are going to trade Deebo. At least I think they're going to let him run out his contract. Because one thing about Deebo is the Rams don't have an answer for him, and Seattle don't have an answer for him. And they're division teams.
And maybe the first
Deebo ain't going nowhere.
If he did leave, the first place he would end up going, unless the 49ers made sure to trade him to the East Coast or something, the first place he'd go be Seattle or possibly the Cardinals. But for sure, the Rams would be trying their best to sign him up because they're tired of trying to tackle him.
For sure, dude. For sure. 100% for sure. And I think the 49ers, they just take it year by year. And they're going to sign Aiyuk. Everybody says, oh, they can't sign all these players. They can't sign this. But they manage to do it. Those guys are geniuses. They do it every year.
They take too long.
They sign the players. They
just take too long.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I really wish.
I agree with that. But I think they put it puts a little bit of pressure on the players because am I going to get paid? Maybe I should sign rather than sign them in early and then it's kickback street. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm crying about it all the time. Not just if you sign him, you get the deal before somebody signs the other player to a high salary. That makes the standard too high.
Yeah. But the 49ers get it done every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to do it. They already. I read somewhere. I thought I read somewhere where they called Deebo and said, "Hey man, don't worry about it. You ain't going. We're not trading you." And
they made clear that after the draft.
I look at Deebo. What's that now?
After the draft, there was speculation the draft they were going to get rid of Deebo on day 2. And then after day 2 passed, they says, "Oh, we've moved on from that possibility."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See, the 49ers are what people don't realize, though, Quentin, and you make a good point of saying why do people like to work the 49ers like they do? Because the fact of the matter is, with Deebo, we're a lot stronger with him than we are without him. And the more strength we have, the better it is. I want invincibility. I want this team to be, when other teams play them, know that your chances of winning are very slim. I want their heart broken before we even get there. As it is, teams are still going to be, football players still have egos. They're going to put on their best performances against the 49ers, and that's why we got to be as solid as a rock each and every week against every team we play. And that does not mean getting rid of people like Deebo. It doesn't.
Right. Exactly. I watched that Philadelphia game. I can't get enough of it. And how he just shook that DB right off of him and took it to the house. I was like, they're not trading that guy.
He's
Come
vicious.
on. Why would they do that?
Money. The reality is money is a problem. You can't. Everybody on a team cannot be blue chip paid.
But the 49ers get it done. They get it done, even with the money problems. They get it done. They do it every year. Every year we talk about the 49ers money problems.
And we do lose a player. And Eric Armstead.
Yeah, we do. And I think that's why they moved on Eric Armstead. I think is because they knew that they had to sign Aiyuk, and then they were talking. Lynch was talking. And said, "Oh, we made provisions for all the players when their contracts come up. They already planned for it. We made provisions for this to happen." I think they're just waiting for Aiyuk to sign, or they probably put an offer out there. He doesn't like it. He thinks he can get more, and I don't think it's the 49ers. I think it's the players, and they want as much money as they can get, which is understandable. But and then I got one more thing I wanted to say too. Sorry, I don't want to take up too much of your time.
No problem.
I love your show, by the way. It's my favorite show. I'm a constant listener.
Thank you.
But
thank you so much.
So everybody was given Kyle Shanahan that year when Brock Purdy got hurt, when Hassan Reddick, and they said, "Oh yeah, they had a tight end on." They were blaming Kyle because he had a tight end blocking.
Yeah.
And when Brock Purdy got hurt, But man, I was watching the Detroit game,
Mm-hmm.
and the Detroit Lions had a tight end on Nick Bosa.
Yeah, you know,
and he blew right by him, just annihilated golf.
it's a matter of numbers. The thing is that tight end out there is supposed to be out there because the offensive line is supposed to be doing. They got a whole other assignment. That tight end, all he has to do is slow the attack down. Because because Purdy can see what you're coming from the right side, and on the left side, the Silverback's got that taken care of. So anybody put over on the right side, for God's sakes, if you can't stop him, it's one thing. Just slow him down. Brock's going to see him, and he'll get rid of the ball, or he'll move out of the way. But the dude, he went right through him. I forgot the name of that tight end, but they sent him packing at the end of the season.
Well, they scheme those guys to get open. Those guys are professionals. They scheme those guys open, just like they scheme Bosa open. I know Detroit didn't go into that game plan saying, "Hey, we're going to block Nick Bosa one-on-one with our tight end." They don't do that.
And we're going to hold.
But for some reason, they're great. But for some reason, Kyle gets a lot of heat. He had a tight end blocking the Roddick or whatever.
Yeah, there's more to it than just that.
Right.
It's
well.
If they go over to practice,
that's why I love your.
It will look different, but on the field and live action, it can happen. So, but yeah.
That's why I love your show, because I can get stuff off my chest and play.
You do that anytime you like.
I listen to it.
Yeah.
I listen to it sometimes, and I'll be like just burned out. It's like, I want to call in, and I want to. What? You saying what? That's the 49ers, baby. We've been in every single championship as far back as I can remember. We've been at least in the mix in every. Even our worst season. Even if we have a down season, everybody saying we're having a down season. Even if we have a down season, we're still going to be back.
Yes, and it's just always just a matter of time before we build up. We may hit the rock bottom for a minute, and we're gonna. And I tell you something else, Quentin. We may as well. It's fun to entertain the thought now because it's not happening, but maybe 2 or 3 years we'll probably take a slide again, and we got to work our way back up. But you know what? It's kind of exciting watching the 49ers build their way back up because they've been living with gusto. So. No,
I agree.
Good.
Well, I love your show, bro.
Thank you.
You're the best.
I'll be back Friday if you got time. Be looking for you.
All right, brother.
All right. Night, Quinn. And let's go. Hey, Chip.
Ronbo.
Chip.
What's going on, brother? Long time no talk.
Yeah, I remember that name. It's been years, I think. Chip. I remember the name.
Yeah,
Chip,
man.
Chip, you've been in my hangovers, haven't you? We got a lot of people in Super Bowl hangovers ever since 2019.
I've been hiding out, man, since that Super Bowl loss, to tell you the truth.
It's really uncomfortable, ain't it? I mean, it's hard to just relax I don't think about it. I try to think about that particular time. I try to think about what's coming up next. Because if you think about the Super Bowls and how they came about losing those games, it'll drive you nuts.
Oh, man. No, I've been staying busy, brother. You know me. We're still working 2 jobs. I just bought a house last week.
So yeah. That's got to be. Man. The house is fun. The labor is not.
Oh man, I'm still waiting for some stuff to come in the mail, and I'm gonna start hooking up my man cave. I'll send you some pictures of it.
All right.
You already know. You know me,
putting
man.
It all together.
All nighters. All day.
Signature room. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the house that I bought, they converted the garage into a huge room, man. So as soon as I seen it, I like it.
Where do you put your car, though?
Yeah. Outside, I guess.
Hopefully, if the way that sounds like it's situated, hopefully your neighbor, it's fun not having a 49er fan for a neighbor. I've seen videos of people antagonizing their Raider neighbor, their Cowboy neighbors, or whatever.
Yeah.
I
haven't really talked to any of the other neighbors. I know down the street the guy has a thing on the curb painted. I think it's like a house divided. He's their Cowboys and the other one's Pittsburgh Steelers.
You gotta hang your flag. Gotta hang your flag outside.
You already know. It just came in the mail. The poll and everything.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, man, been killing it. But man, yeah, no, I just, you know how it goes, man. I've been kind of sad about the whole thing, but just like you said, you got to kind of just, move on. And
yeah, you do.
What else can you do, really?
Nothing.
Like everybody else's team hasn't. I mean, even if we didn't win, we still got there. You can't brag about not making it to the dance if your state didn't pick you up.
See, Chip, that's
why.
That's just what we talked about a little while ago. That's why we see Rams fans and Hawks fans, everybody running up in the chat talking trash, because they can't even get there to get it done. Oh yeah, you guys are good in the regular season. You just can't win it when it counts. Okay, but here's the thing about it: when we beat your ass in the regular season, what do you say about that? And then later on,
they cried. They cried.
That's why it's fun.
Like Rudy, huh?
He's number one. Rudy brings that up all the time. You guys regular season champs.
Is he in your chat all the time still?
He's in there now. Either that or one of his clones. Yeah, either that or one of his clones. He's got about 4 or 5 clones. He's always represented.
Yeah.
Rudy is.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's funny. Now I got a bro that just retired from the Army, and I bought one of my bros, he gets jerseys for good price, and I got him a Rams one because he likes the Rams. And oh man, it's so hard for me to get that, bro. I just want to.
Well, he's your friend.
It up in my room.
It's okay.
Yeah, he's my bro though. He's here for years.
You're a better man than me. I don't have any. I got Raider fans. I know Raider fans all over the place. And we talk football. Every time we talk football, it gets rough. I know 2 or 3 Ram fans. I don't really talk to them much. I know all kind of Cowboys fans. This goes back for years.
Oh, yeah.
And the first thing they did after we lost that game, hey, I didn't know you'd answer the phone. What do you want, man? This is the thing.
Bro, they want to kick you while you're down, bro. They want to kick you while you're down. Any chance they get. But when we're winning, bro, you hear crickets, bro.
You got to go find them.
But as soon as we lose, they kick you while you're down.
Chip, we're looking good, though. You
whatever,
see this,
man.
you see this team now, though?
Good, man. I think
you see
that's all right. I think
you see what team we got now? Now that I think about it, that defense just got a little more stout. I got a feeling it really did.
Oh, yeah.
And
Leonard Floyd's going to show out.
Oh, and look at that secondary. Yeah. That secondary's got legit assassins back there now. I just need Talanoa Hufanga to come back. And as far as this team, they're going to be good and talented. There's not going to be a lot of teams that can deal with them. We're not going to get blown out by anybody. But can we get the job finished? Get there, okay. But can you finish 49ers, please?
That's what I want, dude. Whatever happens after that, if they part ways and they break up the band or whatever happens, because they can't keep everybody together. Can't keep them all. It's just the way it is. And, if you've ever watched football in your whole life, that's just the way it is because the salary cap goes up and they can't pay everybody.
Luxury tax is designed to actually just make you believe you don't want to be bothered with that. So it discourages.
Yeah, well, it's all right. They trimmed some of the fat. They trimmed some of the fat. They got rid of Armstead. It's going to free up some money here pretty soon. I think in the 1st of June, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to pay them up.
Drama's on its way. Another week.
Yeah.
It is June.
Think about it. Yeah. June 1st, bro. So that's gonna, free up like $19 million or something. They just trimmed the fat, bro.
But
I like Armstead, but he can't stay healthy, bro. That.
But Chip, you know what? As that June 1st deadline comes, somebody's gonna get released. The 49ers are gonna be interested in. Watch to see. So that's what the 49ers do. They may let somebody go here and there. But as a big-name dude comes out there, the 49ers go running after him. Their motto is, we're going to look into any aspect that's going to make our team better. They're not playing when they say that. The 49ers will go to the poorhouse in a heartbeat. When people remember people say, 49ers, Jed York is too tight and stingy. I said, man, What are you talking about, man?
Yeah,
he got no money,
bro. He's got a black. They got plenty of money, bro.
Well, the thing is, we do spend though. We'll spend money when we have.
Yeah, of course. Everybody gets paid, bro. Everybody gets paid. But I think they'll be good, bro. They'll be good. I think they're gonna pay Aiyuk, and they're gonna take care of their guys because they have to.
Yeah, because
and you know what sucks that you can't keep everybody together. They draft so good. They draft so good.
They do a decent job.
I'm serious.
Everybody doesn't think so. But they do for what they like to do. They get the right people.
They get the right people, bro. And that dude that they promoted, that other guy, I forget what he's one of the scouts.
Oh yeah,
this dude,
I think I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he's one of the
they
ones.
Talked about him recently.
Yeah. They promoted him, and he's the one that like goes to all like the games. Like he's like a video, like a gym rat, you know what I mean?
I do. I'd love to have that job, a scout.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying, bro.
God, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be dope, bro. To go to think about that. Go to all the games and just look at all their players.
Just let me scout the SEC.
Go! Yeah, anybody top. Bro, I'd go to the little schools too, bro.
Oh, well, yeah. And I do that on my spare time. But we got to go, though, fam. Chip, get back here Friday now that you're over depression. You're out of it. We'll be all right.
Right. I know. I'm over it, dog. I'm over it. Shoot, man. We're moving on to bigger and better things, bro. You know, it is what it is. We stay faithful, brother. You know how it goes.
I know how it goes.
You will give me a Niners shout out and shout out to all the Niners fans.
Niners! We welcome back another man. We just got another 49er rehab. Chip is back. We do. We got 49er rehab houses all over the country. Night, Chip. The 49ers. Come on, Niners. You guys are better. That's why I'm saying the Boston Celtics and the 49ers. The Celtics have the easiest road to the championship this year. We had the easiest road to the championship last year and came up short. So the Knicks were injured. The team they're playing now, they're just not that good. They're good. Indiana's good, but they're not ready for Boston. They shouldn't be, And then they could go and deal with between is it Minnesota? What if they get Dallas though? Anyway, that's the thing. Well, Niners, Celtics can't get in there. Can't get it done. Hey, Marvin.
What you say, Ronbo?
Marvin, man, just hanging out here, I'm serious about a 49er rehab house. We, boy, it's just people are calling now that haven't called. I haven't talked to Chip for years. I've had all kind of people like this the last 4 or 5 months. No, actually, no. We lost some people after the last Super Bowl again, and I know they're in mourning. But it has an impact on you. You can't look at a football. You don't want to talk about it. You just can't take it. Chip's been gone for years. My God, it's crazy. So
well, you know how that goes. Now one thing I can say, Ronbo, is this. First, I'm gonna start with your OTAs. As far as your veterans reporting, well, we know what that is. That's a diva thing. And there's nothing we can do about it. The organization has to make decisions on what they're going to do about that. If they do nothing, we'll see if it transpires and just, if anything happens in the regular season, if they're not ready. But I did want to address one thing that I heard you having a conversation with one of your callers. Mm-hmm. And that was your decision on Aiyuk or
versus
Deebo.
Versus CMC?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, the reason I want to address that is because of this. I think all of us as fans always do this. We have the eye test and what has he or she done for us lately? Now, Deebo is in his fifth year going on his sixth. Aiyuk's in his fourth going on his fifth. Now, in Aiyuk's second year with the 49ers, he was targeted 84 times. He had 826 yards. That same year, Deebo was targeted 121 times. He had 1,400 yards receiving. This conversation was not on the table at that time.
Ever.
because Deebo looked all world.
He was carrying the
Well,
ball.
ever
How
since
many yards did
then,
he carry the ball, too? Deebo was a machine. It's
yeah,
true.
and that's what I'm gonna get to. I want to get to that too. The following year, he was only targeted 94. Deebo only targeted 94 times for 600 yards, while Aiyuk was targeted 114 times for 1,000 yards. He was targeted 105 yards, Aiyuk, last year for 1,300 yards, while Deebo was only targeted 89 for 800. What have you done for me lately? Prime example of what this is. Now, the money issue is a big problem. But who's more, I'm going to ask you this question. Who's more important to this team? Aiyuk or Deebo?
Oh. You know, at the expense of rubbing
And I mean
people
looking
the
at
wrong way.
everything. Yes, and I mean and looking at everything that they do for the team.
Wow. Marvin, you know what? The problem with that is we're shifting style. Would Aiyuk be more beneficial for what the 49ers plan on doing next? Because Deebo's always been the man. There has not been a better wide receiver than Deebo because that's what's on his business card. But Deebo does a lot of different things. He just doesn't like to block all the time. But, you know.
Okay. Also, 2-year age difference, 28 and 26. Who would you, seriously, because NFL is truly based on age. It really is.
Yeah, it's a kid's game.
Is it the best choice to go with the younger player and lose? Because if you can remember, some of those runs from Deebo were very important for your team. They really were.
A lot of guys would have
How
got
many
taken
times
down.
will?
Yeah,
that's right. How many times will Aiyuk do that for you? Not very many. I'm not saying he can't do it, but
that's not his forte. Yeah,
I know. So that was the reason. And also, who's going to command the most? Who's going to want the most money? Which one of them?
Aiyuk.
You think he would?
Well, Aiyuk, he's going to get somewhere around 30-something million. Deebo's what is Deebo?
He's 28 years old. I don't know what his salary is.
Yeah, Aiyuk's going to cost more money. Yeah. Because you asked the question now, and I was thinking, you said who would get paid more? What was the question?
Yeah. Yeah, which one of them you think would command the most money?
Yeah. They both got egos. You know what? I kind of believe Deebo would ask for more money, now that you mention it. Because he's 28, and he feels like he's contributed a lot more than this team. And this is the way their ego is going to work. Yeah, it's going to be Deebo.
Now, and also, in closing on that subject, can you picture if you guys do not sign Deebo and he goes to the Rams?
See, and I know that's what they're thinking. They're licking their chops at that opportunity. The Rams will get rid of everybody on their squad except for the running back they got right now to get their hands on Deebo.
Yeah, because if you get rid of him, he's going to somebody. Now, hopefully, in your case, he go to the AFC.
I'm hoping the Ravens are listening when that time comes. Ravens, you need Deebo. Get you some Deebo. Get him and Mark Henry together back there. Because you guys in the East, and I ain't got to worry about you until the end of the season. And Lord have mercy if that happens. God.
And I thought I would just bring that up to you. I didn't want to address too much more. I just thought I would put that on your plate there so you can contemplate that.
It's a scary thought.
I really believe this is a case of what have you done for me? Because on another team, Deebo is going to be targeted more than 89 times, and he's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver.
Okay, but Marvin, here's the thing about Deebo.
He just was not targeted.
The question is he as effective as he is because of the Kyle Shanahan offense, or is he going to be that effective with another coach? See, that's a question what a lot of 49er fans ask, because what Deebo does is designed exactly for him. Those slants across the middle, Deebo's timing, him and Garoppolo had it down to a science. Deebo would go through there. I don't even think Jimmy had to look sometimes. Just threw the ball, and Deebo comes sweeping through there and pick it up like it was some kind of a mail delivery. Also, you look at Brock Purdy, picked it up right where Jimmy left off, threading that needle the same way. Boom! There he goes across the middle. I don't even have to look. Put it right there on that invisible X in the sky. There he goes. And the league started to get a little hip to that, though. They started setting linebackers up, and they started setting things up. They waited for Deebo to come around that corner on the sweep. They sort of did everything they could to negate the 49ers ignition switch because the 49ers have two. They had Deebo and they have CMC. If they're both working in unison, it's going to be a blowout. if one of them or the other one's not working, they can still ignite that entire offense, which is really explosive, and the number one offense in the NFL last year. And that would take place again if you don't stop either one of them or both of them. And that's why I don't want to see them leave.
Now, question to you: do they complement each other? That actually makes them even better, and will one be lesser of a problem for a team if you get rid of one?
But both of them were prolific where they came from. Deebo was doing a number before CMC came. CMC was doing fine, even with a team as bad as the Panthers. But you know what? It takes a certain kind of play. It takes certain kind of planning to get them to work in unison where you completely devastate a defense. We saw that on a number of occasions, but not as often as we should have. And I blame Kyle for that. Yeah. He's supposed to be the guru. He's a savant. He's the genius. Kyle, figure it out. We know you can do it. Yeah. I thought that all the whole time when he came.
Yeah. And is it such a fact, though, seriously, that if one leaves, do you have enough in reserve to cover for either Deebo or Aiyuk leaving?
I need to.
Can you fill that void? Can you fill that void?
They're one of a kind. Aiyuk. I want to see what we got as far as what we just pulled out of the draft, and some of the guys that are going to come out there. Maybe. I mean, when Deebo came, I didn't know he was going to be like he was. When Aiyuk came, it sounded as if he was going to be good, but he didn't look that way in the beginning. So it's hard to call right now. Really hard to call.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know we probably running low on time, so I just want to leave you with that. Yeah, I just wanted to leave you and just drop that in on you, man, and just,
good stuff, Marvin.
Let you contemplate that. All right, buddy.
All right, fam.
When you be back on?
Friday.
All right, I'll be back to see you.
And looking forward to it.
All right.
Night, Marvin.
All right, take care.
Too. Yeah, well, there were some penetrating questions, man. Because we need to get, fam, George Kittle's probably, I suspect, man, we're going to have to learn to live life without all these guys that became, they're going to become folk heroes for the 49ers. You look at this tangent of guys, Deebo, Kittle, Juice. It just, wow, what's it going to be like without these guys? Listen, who knows? Maybe we'll like it. We might appreciate the future as well. I don't know, but man, these are some names I'm never going to forget. Ellis.
Ron Bizzle. What's happening?
Ellis, man, we're just looking at the OTAs because, guys are not showing up. There's a little different camp than it was last year, because everybody was in there the first day. The 49ers looked like they was ready for fire. Remember that we just came off of the year where the only reason we didn't go all the way is because the quarterback got his arm broke in a freak accident. Every 49er was in camp and on board. Let's go. Let's get them, And this year, no. So, I don't know, fam.
Yeah.
What are you feeling on this? At least we got guys like Leonard Floyd saying good things, and we got some good draft picks that look solid. Ricky's out there showing out, stopping on a dime, giving people 9 cents change before he makes the catch. I mean, I'm loving what I hear, but I got to see it first. What are you thinking?
Yeah, he gotta show up, man. Once the live bullets in that preseason kickoff. But we kind of had like a little semi slow, camp. Remember, like the Raiders, we practiced with the Raiders, and they was serving us up, and we had
and Rudy would not stop talking about it. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, preseason wasn't all that. So and then we came on the season, and we got busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got busy. We had a couple of.
Ellis, when did we start having problems stopping the run? That just suddenly happened in what week? Because in the beginning, I don't think we were having problems stopping the run. It just all of a sudden, teams were packing 75, 80, 90, 100 yards. Did that start? I think it may have started with the Bengals game, with that running back.
Did we play the Bengals or we played the Browns first?
The Browns didn't really.
The Browns got the Browns.
The Browns did.
The Browns
who's that running back?
The Browns got big. Jerome Ford. He got loose on him.
Yeah, he did.
East.
And maybe
he was getting huge.
And we lost that game. Shouldn't have, but we did.
Yeah. Right. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Cleveland game, which I believe was that our first loss? Or was it our second? Whenever we took that first L, that's when we started to.
We lost 2 or 3.
Look a little.
Right? 2, 3.
When we started to look a little sensible.
Cincinnati and Cleveland. We lost 3. All of those.
Yep.
I think we played them all together too. And Trent was out, Deebo was out, and when they came back, we got back on the winning. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, for some reason, I feel like the D line is going to play better this year. I know we got new guys and all that, but I think I've always liked T.Y. McGill. I think we need to make sure that T.Y. gets some good snaps. We need to utilize these guys while we have them, because they're going to, they're going to be needed. Those reps are going to be needed. T.Y. was playing really solid, and we kind of need to put light of fire under Hargrave, because shit, for all that money that we paid him, he ain't looking. He's not looking like, an $80, $90 million defensive tackle.
85, yes. What is his annual? My God.
Yeah, shit. I mean, Christian Wilkins from Miami just got damn near $100 million from the Raiders, and I mean, I actually happen to like him more than Javon Hargrave. So
I was disappointed too. I expected way more. He didn't even create that much violence.
So yeah, he needs to get. He needs to get some more reps, and then with the other 2 defensive linemen that we got from the Browns and from the Texans, I think those guys will be nice in the middle and can kind of it's like whatever Hargrave's not. Yeah, whatever Hargrave's not doing, those sides, they're gonna be like, hey, you don't want that? Okay, when and the dog gonna eat. You know what I mean? The dog's is gonna eat. So if he gonna sit his ass there and be getting pushed around and shoved around, like, I mean, Javon Kinlaw was just blocking, was just holding up traffic.
Yeah,
one or two guys.
Good job on that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
People
like
got
shit.
mad
He
at
wasn't,
him
but he wasn't.
because he wasn't stopping the run.
I mean,
But he did have
30%
two guys on him.
Yeah, he took up another player or whatever, but I mean, shit, they still was able to kind of. You see some one-on-ones, you could tell the veteran versus the rookie, or more of the green guy when it comes to offensive line and the defensive lineman, based on who's going in what direction. It ain't even about the size. It's like if you're able to counter and utilize somebody's weight or somebody's size or whatever against them and counter them and make them do what you want them to do, then shit, you win, they lose every time. So it ain't about who's the biggest.
You're averaging. We're looking around for somebody else soon. Yeah, I agree. Because them guys with them big bases. I mean, guys with legs like tree trunks. So that's why Nick Bosa does what he does. You look at Bosa, he doesn't look that big on the field, but them legs are powerful, man. And that's why when 2 and 3 guys are on him, trying to hold him down, and it ain't working, that's that drive of them legs.
Yeah, man. It's very important, man, for us to make sure that this defensive line is coming in ready, because I don't want to see teams running up nobody should surpass I would say run game wise
65 yards. That's where I draw the line right there. And don't say nothing, Don Bird, because what you did last year was an anomaly. Okay, that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, we can't allow that. And I feel like the secondary is going to play a lot better. I was listening to Larry Krueger was talking about how great a shape Jair Brown is in, and
did you see his press conference? Jair dude looks ready. He's a lot bigger, and the way he's talking, he has learned a lot.
Well, that's an alpha, man, and he's a young guy, and he's coming in. He's coming in full bore. He's not taking no for an answer. He's not gonna let nobody. He's not giving up no spot. He's supplanted himself, in that safety room, and I love to see that because we need that kind of a mentality back there. And he's the perfect guy. Once it was Jimmy, and now Jair's there, and Talanoa's cool and whatnot. Nothing against him. I love what he's done for us, in his rookie season and stuff like that. But by him being down and out, it's a perfect opportunity for Jair to take the reins in the safety, room and just in the secondary as a whole, and kind of set the tone. And so I look forward to seeing him and what he's been able to do coverage-wise and down the field. He's definitely not a pushover, and he's not letting just anybody do whatever the hell they want. He's coming up. Remember, he laid that big hit on Kelsey's punk ass in the Super Bowl and put his body on the line to make sure his ass didn't score. So I love him for that. And like I said, man, that's a true player right there, and I'm glad that he's on our team.
Yeah,
that's one draft pick that I could say from his class that I'm really glad that we got. You know what I mean? I can't remember who else came during that time. It's all kind of a
Penn
blur.
State. You kind of knew his profile before he even came to us. Said this guy might be a hit, and he is.
Yeah, and look, if Mustafa comes in and is like another one of those, you know what I mean, and he's got his own little things that he's able to do well, that's perfect for us. I just hope that, look, man, they're already talking about Renardo Green, holding and shit, and I said that after we drafted him.
They got refs out there, Renardo. Come on, man.
Look, man, you're gonna run up 45 yards of penalties on us a game. Your ass gonna be sitting down, keeping the bench warm. You're gonna be giving Ambry all the snaps, and then Ambry's gonna be getting done dirty and down the field. So we need somebody to come up big for us, man. And we only got one Diamador Lenore.
Yeah, but you got
we only got one.
Rock Yassid and Javarius going to be. I think they're going to be out there. And then of course you got Demo. The people you're talking about now, they are going to be backups for now. Renato's just got to learn how to technique. That's all that is. Every coach will teach you. Your hands all over them. Look at your positioning. Why are you taking that position in the first place? You're initially out. You're already in a disadvantage in the position you took, taking them downfield. So many things you learn from good coaches that make you come back and do it again. A lot of coaches just get lazy about that. But don't let his technique go bad and let it keep going bad. He's only going to build on that. So I blame his coach for that. Because I seen the same film you're talking about. And everybody knows, I don't know how the coaches, the refs let them get away with that in college level either. But they'd be just beating the man to death, beating him to death. You can't get away with that in the NFL.
Yeah, no, it's not going to work. So hopefully, though, because Diamador Lenore was like that. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Even though, they had that him in training camp, shit, he was holding on that play. They were trying to say, look at him. He's doing this and that. Shit, he was holding. So let's just,
that's all a slow guy can do.
Demo was holding, as lit up, and then he ended up learning and developing into a really solid and strong corner. He got his feet working much better.
Technique.
He's aggressive. He's definitely developed into a really nice and quality cornerback for us. So if we can get Renardo to kind of follow his lead, you know what I mean, and Demo can say, hey man, I used to do that shit too, so come over here. Let me show you what I learned. Do that. Do that, Demo.
We got to pull up. I'm going to see him Friday, and let's see what develops in 49erville. Oh.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm glad you brought the show. Today is my birthday, like I was saying.
Oh, that's right. You're another birthday guy. That's right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Wait, let me get a sip of that gin. That water. I almost went Snoop Dogg on you. Yeah, give me that gin and juice. Happy Niners birthday. It's Ellis time. Him and the crew. Happy Niners birthday. Ellis. Happy Niners. Birthday. It's 2024. It's good luck here. Niners. It's going to be, Ellis, too bad your birthday's not in February, so we can celebrate it on the Super Bowl.
Man, hey, I'm with all of that. Yeah, I came in with the kids. We had got a late night
right.
bite to eat, man. Just came in from Chili's, and so we just got back.
All right, well,
Yeah.
cool. Well, tell them I said hi because we'll go. hey, who's that?
It's Amaya.
Hi, Amaya. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, great. And I'm glad you got to spend your birthday and help Dad celebrate that birthday. I know he loves it. What'd you get him? You get him a present?
No, my brother's not here today.
Oh, okay. No, I mean your dad.
He'll be here this weekend, though.
Okay. I'll be looking for him then. All right, Amaya. We're gonna go and have a good time the rest of this evening, late night. It's not even Friday
Thank
either.
you.
Y'all hanging out. I love it. All right, Amaya. Good to hear from you.
Huh?
I said, all right. It's great to hear from you. All right. I'll talk to you a little later.
Okay, talk to you later.
All right. Bye, Amaya.
Make sure you shout out to Niner Faithful. Shout out to Niner Faithful.
You get to do that.
I look at this guy.
Don't let him bother you. You did fine. All right.
Hello?
Hello. And who's this?
Hi, Ronbo.
Hello. Who is
It's
this?
Johnny.
Who?
Johnny.
Ishani. Hey, Ishani.
It's Johnny.
Ishani. So, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Can't be any better. As long as we're not playing football and it's not week 5 or 6 and we're not 1-4, Ishani, I can't tell you how good I'm feeling. We're going to win this year. I said that last year, too.
Yeah.
Don't quote me. Ishani, who's the baseball player? Is that you?
Me? Yeah. We won the championship game.
Yeah. I heard about your last game. Didn't go so well because one of your best players, the mom wouldn't let her play. I couldn't believe it. That's okay. Good things will happen ahead.
Thank
Ishani.
you.
You're welcome. All right, Ishani, we got to go. Who else?
Good night, Ronbo. Shout out Robert from Niner Faithful.
All right.
They all have sleep talking, speaking in gibberish.
I love it.
Anyway,
it's not Friday
appreciate
night,
you, family.
Yeah, appreciate you. Good day, one, fam.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you this weekend. All right. Night, Ellis.
That's a bet. Hey, hit that like, subscribe, man. Thank you for the platform, fam, as always.
My pleasure.
All right.
Night, fam.
Peace.
And there he is. It's Charles. Charles is funny because we were just talking about Demo and saying all these good things about him, and suddenly there's Charles on the phone. Charles, you're one of the few people that still says bad things about Diamador Lenore. His mama would not appreciate the comments you make about him.
Yeah. Hey, I got a few names I'm gonna throw at you.
Okay.
Rocky
Sin. I know. I like him. He's doing well in camp already too. Him and Isaac.
Yadam.
Yeah.
Let's see who. Daryl Lunar.
Not heard. You know what's so funny? I've not heard anything about Luter yet.
Well, Ronaldo Green.
I hope that injury's doing all right.
Ronaldo Green.
Ronaldo's got to quit. He's got to get his hands under control though. They got refs out there, and Ronaldo's getting blown whistles on every few steps. It's all about his technique. He's got to get better position so he can make plays without being all over the receiver. These are things you need to learn at an early stage, Ronaldo, because that boy's got athleticism, though.
Well, everybody's talking about re-signing Diamador Lenore, but man, please, I can't wait to see him lead the roster, man.
Charles,
everybody
appreciated him so much they gave him some extra money.
They gave him some extra money.
Yeah. not the 49ers, but the NFL gave him and Brock extra cash. Felt they was extremely undervalued. Okay. Yeah. You didn't know about that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. The NFL, not the 49ers. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. But I'm just waiting for them to leave. They talking about re-signing him. I'm like, man, we don't need to re-sign him. We need to replace him.
Listen, Charles, you got to get rid of, first of all, Ambry Thomas is probably going to be saying goodbye.
Oh, he gone. He's gone.
Womack is going to have to do a lot in order to be able to stay on this team. there's room to keep all these guys, especially ones we just named that are good. Demo,
sure.
Chavarius, Rock, and also Yidam. That's 4 guys you just got to keep. Now, I don't know if they're going to call them cornerbacks or DBs. They get all classified as the same. I don't know how many they're going to keep. I mean, I'm hoping the safety room is going to be a different room. But it's all DBs, so I don't know how many they're going to carry. I never paid that any attention. How many rooms? Do they designate DBs versus CBs, or do they put them all in one room? Anyway, we'll find out.
Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, you know what you ought to do?
What's that?
Before the start, you ought to have a 49ers meeting where all your fans from all over the country, we can come together and just meet together and talk 49er football. And I don't know where you live. You live in LA?
That'd be fun. And meet in Vegas.
Yeah, that'd be great. Meet in Vegas, but we ought to do that. You know, at least once a year, come together and talk about the draft. We talk about how long we've been, following Ronbo, and be able to bring gifts and give you gifts.
No, Charles, don't do that. Because it draws too much emotion. I'd crumble.
I think that'd be great, for people to come together, and especially next year if we win a Super Bowl.
And especially with all the things we've all been through. God, together.
Oh yeah, everybody can come together. Everybody can come together, order their own Super Bowl ring, and we could probably have you handed to us.
Charles, you sound like it's a whole ceremony. We need a rental place out and hand out the rings and everything. You got like events and everything. I love it.
Yeah, I mean we should do it once a year. Ronbo, meet up with Ronbo. Something, I don't know, will be the official name, but we should do something like that. I mean, we spend so many hours listening to you, talking to you.
And Cole, I know, huh? It has been we have been a close knit group, haven't we? It's been nothing but pure fun too. Like I asked a little while ago, what would it be like if we were like the Chiefs and just winning? You know something, Charles? There's something about going through this kind of misery together that bonds us all together even tighter, Because we keep thinking it's going to come to an end, it's going to climax, we're going to finally get it done, and we'll all say, Jesus, that was hard to get. Because we've been there how many times and we finally got this one. You know what, Charles? There will be those amongst us. Say, oh, yeah, we just got one. How many times did we try to get this? Because back in the day, Joe Montana got 4 in a row nonstop. Okay, you know what? We got to appreciate this, guys. We are amongst the elite of all time. Nobody's got 7. And a few teams have 6. We're one of them. We need to be grateful.
Well, you know what? My first year listening to you was with that draft. It was a few weeks before the Solomon Thomas draft. Solomon Thomas.
We were just coming out of misery too. We just got through Chip Kelly. 2 and 14.
That middle linebacker that we drafted from Alabama. What was his name? Foster.
Reuben Foster.
Foster, man. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings when we drafted Solomon Thomas. Man, I was oh my God.
You happy about that?
I was pissed off to the
I was pissed all the way off too. And then we got Reuben, when they said Reuben Foster's name, I didn't know that Solomon Thomas was a better citizen. I was beside it. Oh my God, you got Reuben Foster. I went nuts, right?
I was happy. And you
remember how they did it? They're on the phone. Yeah. Reuben was on the phone with the Saints in one hand and the 49ers on the other.
Yeah,
the 49ers called, hey, hold on a second, hold on. Yeah, John Lynch? Yeah. I don't know why Reuben wanted to be a 49er at that time. We weren't nobody yet.
He hung the phone up.
I know he hung the phone up on the Saints. I love that story so much. Reuben said later for the Saints, I had enough of the South. I'm going north. So, that was an amazing year. But that was the same year we picked up George Kittle. Let's see, we picked up DJ Jones in the 6th round.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember him.
Actually, also, Trent Taylor was a good. He led the league as far as on the slant route.
Oh yeah.
We picked up a few guys though.
That's when we got C.J. Beathard.
Yeah, CJ was poor CJ. He got Charles. That man took more punishment than any one human being I've ever seen.
No man, it was embarrassing.
Ooh, he got hit hard and kept getting up.
You remember Trump labeled him the next Tom Brady? You remember that?
C.J. Beathard?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't remember that. Listen, but Charles,
when he was drafted, I don't know what made him.
I didn't even know Donald Trump was paying attention.
Yeah, he labeled him the next Tom Brady.
But you know what? That dude had one of the most beautiful deep passes I've ever seen. C.J. Beathard could launch that ball. It had height and arc to it. It would come down. Marquise Goodwin got fat that year off of C.J. Beathard. Marquise almost pulled in a 1,000-yard season, mainly on the strength of them bombs that he came running under from C.J. And there were some pretty passes. Ooh, they were nice. I put him up there with anybody I've ever seen. Ooh, they were good.
But then when we got Jimmy G, he was old for him.
Yeah. And because that's all he could do though. He could only throw that deep shot.
Yeah.
Other than that, he wasn't going to get that. He was going to get picked off or he was going to get sacked. CJ could run a little bit too. That's what was funny. Remember how many times he ran with the ball and did pretty well? He just never got developed right.
Yeah, but maybe that's what we should do at least once a year. Maybe before the season starts, everybody, maybe you get, some hotel space at the Hilton or that seats 340 people, and just invite everybody that wants to come.
That would be fun. Charles, well, let's not talk about it now because the season's about to start now. It's an early off-season thing, if anything, especially if we win the Super Bowl. So I love the idea, though.
All right. All right. Well, you have a good night, Rumble.
You too.
I'll talk to you later.
Looking forward to it, Charles. Don't take so long, Charles. Sometimes we go 2 or 3 weeks no Charles. All right, I'll be back Friday.
I know you
work.
The last time you came on, I tried to get on. Mm. Well, I did. I clicked in, but then it took so long. Sometimes
you couldn't wait. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but okay.
I couldn't wait.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll get to you. All right,
but you know what? I tried 2 times tonight to get in, and the second time I got in. So
All right.
That was good.
All right.
Love you, Ronbo.
All right, fam. I love you back, fam. Have a good night, Charles.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. And we go to Tony ATL. Tony.
Ronbo, how are you this evening?
Oh, just fabulous, Tony. If we have that party, you're invited, right?
Oh, I'll be there too. I've been to Vegas 5 times. I'll be ready to go back at 6.
And you know what's so funny? Because when Charles said that, I just pictured, here comes Ramelia. These guys aren't going to be invited, of course. Ramelia, Everett, Gene D. I said, hey, come on, man. You guys wouldn't have a chat if it wasn't for us. Oh. You'd have to laugh.
Yep, crash the party.
I'd have to laugh.
That sounds about right. Now, Ramelia, they crashing the Falcons chat. They talking about, I guess they said, one of my chats, Big Low Country, talking about he subscribed to them, and Smitty Smith Sports Machine.
Good.
I said that's because they don't know y'all. They don't know how y'all really are.
No. I'm glad.
They come in there kissing the Falcons' butts.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad that this guy's got you know what? Wait till they say the wrong thing. I can't believe Rudy's holding his tongue. Because you know how he loves to come in and meet. First thing he does, 28-3. I mean, Rudy, boy. How about you guys? 6-0 against the Patriots. So what do you mean? But 10-0? If I'm Rudy, I don't say nothing about a Super Bowl score. Big Show. Wait, let me see. Big Show. Call Ronbo Sports Summit. Thanks, show. But yeah, I don't know.
And Rudy's
bad in the world. I don't know how he talks. Rudy's got so many things to be ashamed of.
Rudy's mad too, Ronbo. In the chat, Rudy's mad at 49er Brian. He said, Tony, tell 49er Brian to unblock me. So I'm not telling him nothing.
Gene D, I got news for you. I never heard that from. But yeah, that's the thing. fans who don't, I mean, teams that don't have anything, I don't understand why. Where do they get? How do you talk about another team and you've achieved nothing yourself? I don't get that.
There's something wrong with Rams fans. There's a screw loose in their brain housing group.
Amazing.
It really is.
Shameless.
Yeah. Ronbo, at the NFL owners meetings today, they were talking about, how the chain, fourth down chain, the third down chain, how they come out there and measure. Talking about getting rid of that for some technology that they're going to run in preseason. We're going to see. Know anything about that?
They've got it ready now, and they're going to put it up.
Yeah, we're going to see it in preseason. We're going to see it in preseason if they like it. Might have it in the regular season, but definitely going to see it in the preseason. I don't know I ain't never seen it. I don't know what it's about.
It's really funny because they do these things in preseason. Remember, what was that thing that they were going to have about tackling quarterbacks? Anyway, they tried these things in preseason. That didn't go through.
Yeah, I'm still mad about. Remember the Grady Jarrett sack on Tom Brady? He didn't sack him hard to the ground. Tom Brady tried to kick Grady Jarrett. They threw a flat flag on Grady Jarrett 3 years ago. I ain't never forgotten about that.
Yeah, because man, you got these things. There's going to be a lot of legislation. What was that? The pass interference call seemed to get altered a little bit. They try everything in preseason, and it looks like trash. It looks like pure dirt in the preseason games, and thank God they finally realized, guys, don't run that during the regular season, man. You guys are going to take all day to finish a football game making that call on every play, because that's just – and this thing about dragging the waist tackles, man, I don't know how long that's going to last.
They talked about that too.
How you gonna drag Derrick Henry down? I mean, you know what? You hit Derrick Henry up around the shoulders, and he's coming down the field, and the NFL better be able to pay for that damage that happens to that guy that tried to tackle him. Then, because
I saw Lamar Jackson today. He's lost some weight.
Did he?
You see it in his face. He's slim and trim. I'm like, oh shoot, he's gonna be faster.
But he never was fat though.
Oh no,
that's gonna be interesting.
He said he's playing at 220. Like he looked lighter than 220.
Well, you know what?
But I don't know what's.
But you know how it goes. Well, you drop fat and you gain muscle. Muscle's heavier than fat, and the weight gets. Yeah, that's probably what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yep. Cal heard them. They still on you guys, Ronbo. Niners got all these players missing OTAs. OTAs are voluntary. They're not mandatory, knucklehead.
Cal Hurd.
Still talking.
I can't believe I used to like him too. Ever since
I heard you earlier, you said you started to hate him.
No, the thing is, ever since that the situation with his daughter and Trey Lance, he's been real weird to the 49ers. And Trey Lance
like a witch.
Right? And now Trey's over in Texas. Mm-hmm. How come he's not talking about the Cowboys? Not anything unusual.
No. We ain't going to worry about the Cowboys. They're not going anywhere.
Well, I mean,
Speaking
nobody
of Cowboys, now, that offensive line's going to be good. Look for free agent running back Dalvin Cook's looking for a home. I can see him going there.
I thought that was a conversation about him in Dallas. They didn't make that deal yet?
Yep.
He is going to be.
No, because his shoulder's healed. Last year, he was just kind of rehabbing the shoulder. The Jets, he really didn't play much. Once Aaron Rodgers went down, that team went to hell. He's free, and Dallas might be a spot for
him. Well, I don't. That's
the big talk, Ronbo. A lot of the big talk is, will you guys? Forgive me, Niner Empire. Forgive me, Ronbo. I cannot pay that man no $30 million, Ronbo. Y'all can't do it.
Who? Oh, Aiyuk?
Yeah.
No, you know how the market's dictated, right? This is the thing. This is why the 49ers have nobody to blame but themselves for this. Why are you waiting around until Jefferson gets paid? You already waited till, what's the guy that just got paid something raw with the Lions? Okay, well, now see, the table's already set.
Oh, yeah,
Dennis.
yeah. St. Brown.
Yeah. Oh, man.
He's not worth all that either.
No. And
Not worth all that either.
And if he gets paid that much, well, sure, Aiyuk's got to get paid that much. I said, Niners, why do you wait so long?
Yeah. These wide receiver salaries and these quarterback salaries, and then they devaluing the running back. I don't know. I don't know what. So the wild joker in y'all's wide receiver thing is y'all's first round pick. So if you do pay Aiyuk, I heard you was talking about Deebo earlier. He better come in shape. I heard you talking about that.
And he did too. But Deebo must heard a lot of people saying that. Because I understand the dude looks good. I saw a picture of him. He looks cut. I mean, he really looks cut.
Right. So, and as far as for us, Ronbo, I could use another veteran corner. And Xavier Howard's out there. I don't want him, the former Dolphin. I want Stephon Gilmore.
Retired.
I know he's 33.
No, he didn't. What
Gilmore?
What Dolphin retired? Oh no, I'm thinking about that wide receiver that originally got. He went with the Browns. I think he originally got drafted by the Dolphins. He just retired the other day. Wide receiver. I remember how bad I wanted the 49ers to get him. He played in 9 years. Anyway, I thought that cornerback you're talking about, Xavier. What's his name?
Stephon Gilmore. I would love to have him.
Gilmore. Yeah, Gilmore got resurrected in Dallas, didn't he? He looked a lot better.
Actually, he didn't get resurrected in Dallas. He was fine in Indianapolis those last 2-3 years because Matt Ryan played with him in 2022.
Okay.
I thought he should have been a Pro Bowler that year.
But when the Patriots cut him loose, and I thought his game might have been slipping in then. And like you're saying, after you left the Patriots, he didn't have a bad year. He got injured too that year, from what I understand. What I remember.
He had a good year last year, so Indianapolis is going to be a good football team, Ronbo. Watch. I like their defense.
They got a good program. They're always pretty good, if nothing else.
They just paid Buckner some more money to keep him. Man, Ronbo, y'all kept the wrong defensive tackle. Y'all should have kept Buckner.
Yeah.
Got rid of
Eric, because Buckner never ever gets injured. You know what? When he was with us, he missed one game because of something going on with his foot. Came back the following week. And since he's been with Indianapolis, I think he's missed 1 or 2 games there too. But that's it. So,
if you guys in Indianapolis, if he keeps playing like this, Ronbo, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Buckner. Just because Indy's a small market, I watch them. Man, he's borderline Hall of Fame.
He's ferocious.
Yes.
I loved him coming out of, Buckner coming out of Oregon. That's why I got so excited when we drafted him that night. I couldn't believe it. I remember watching the draft that night. Everybody's going by, oh, they picked up Buckner's still on the board. Oh, not yet. And the 49ers select with pick number 13 from Oregon State, defensive tackle, DeForest Buckner's. Oh, God, son, are you serious right now? Oh, I feel about to done. I couldn't believe we got DeForest Buckner. He was all that in a bag of chips.
And Ronbo and Niner Empire, you're going to hear from me first. I haven't heard none of you guys really talk about him. Who's the outside linebacker y'all got from Buffalo? Used to be with the Rams.
Oh, Leonard Floyd.
He's going to have 12 or more sacks with y'all.
No, but, hey, we talk about him all. We talk about him all the time.
He's going to be an impact player with y'all.
Especially since Leonard Floyd loves playing with the 49ers, too. He's been a fan for a long time, apparently. Leonard Floyd says, yeah, they play grown man football in San Francisco. You got to get up early and eat your breakfast and get ready to play some physical football with Leonard Floyd. I didn't know you felt this way about the 49ers, bro.
Yeah, he had 8 sacks last year. Leonard Floyd is going to make your stars that you already have there better. So, we got to account for this guy. We got Bosa. Oh, we got this guy. You guys, he's going to make Drake Jackson's going to ball too.
I
come
wish.
Back and ball.
Because Leonard Floyd's going to be like more of a specialty guy. He's not going to be out there all 4 downs, right? So if Drake could set the edge, I need a guy, but it looks like we got another couple of guys who can do that. Gross Matos is pretty good at that too.
Yeah.
So
the former Penn Stater.
Drake, Drake's gonna have to work hard to make this team, from what I'm hearing. So he's gonna have to work hard this year because they got plenty of guys this year. He's not going to beat up Leonard. He's not going to beat Leonard Floyd out of that position. So he's going to take a second role to him. So we'll see what happens. I want to see them though. Put up that play. I remember they put D Ford and Nick on the same side. Can you imagine, Tony? You're sitting there as a quarterback, and you look around. You're looking over there, and you see D Ford and Nick over on the same side. 78, 728, time.
Yep. I got to block him. Ronbo, another rumor I heard, Jamal Adams is talking to the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I saw that.
How would they want him? He's going to miss half the game. Yeah,
I laughed too. I always posted up laughs, but don't do that, Ronbo. But I don't know. Jamal, apparently he's out of Hawksville.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Guy was a good football player. I don't know what happened to him. We can't cover. Jamal
got paid.
Yeah. He's just an undersized defensive edge or outside linebacker. But anyway, he'll be all right. Well, I'll tell you what, Tony. It's been a long night. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna see you Friday because we got to have Tony. The wrap on the show is always Tony, and there's folks talking about you as far as the chat that you're talking about. Apparently, that chat's getting very hot. I love it. The Falcons fans don't know about these people, do they?
I told Mad Mike knows about them, but the other ones, I told Smitty, but I guess they're ignoring them.
Well, yeah,
disregarding what I said.
Well, the thing is, you get to keep an eye on them. See how long it's going to take them before they finally become who they are. That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah. Ronbo, other networks are starting to pick up. One guy on YouTube said, "Look what the Falcons are doing." 2000, and I talked to you about this the other night. 2021, the Falcons drafted Kyle Pitts, first round. 2022, Drake London. 2023, Bijan Robinson. This year, Penix. This young team
is coming together,
building some weapons.
It's coming together.
Yeah,
you guys have always had a decent offense, even before now. It's the defense that broke your heart. You guys, your defense.
We had an all-defensive draft this year.
Yeah.
Except for the first round.
Now you're ready. Look out for the Falcons.
Brady Parrott's coming back. He's got some help.
I knew it was coming. I could just see it forming, like that guy said. Enjoy that. Have fun with that, Tony. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see you Friday, and let's get some more from you.
Last thing, Ronbo, the Cowboys come off of their bye. They play you guys. They're on a bye the week before they go to San Francisco. Then after San Francisco, they go to Atlanta. They play at San Francisco or at Atlanta coming off a bye. Both our teams.
You know what's good about that too, Tony? Because teams don't tend to do well after they get through with the 49ers due to the fact that the physicality involved. They'll come in. I'll never forget that year before last when every team that we played lost the following week. So it will give us great pleasure to beat the Cowboys up to the point when they come to Atlanta, all they can do is take an ass whooping.
So I love it. By that time, you might either be seeing Cooper Rush under center, Cooper Rush, or Trey Lance, because it won't be Prescott.
Hey, what week is that?
Don't know, but it's not in September. I think it's at the end of October, early November, something like that.
You're right. We could actually see Jimmy G versus the 49ers in a Rams uniform, which sucks.
And Trey Lance versus the 49ers in a Cowboy uniform.
Oh, God. What a mess. Anyway,
yeah.
We'll see. All right,
both teams.
Got to roll. I'll see you Friday.
Take care, sir. I'll see you Friday.
You too. Thanks,
yes,
Tony.
sir. Take care.
Night. Oh, God. Can you imagine? I hadn't thought about that. The possibility. I saw something positive about Trey Lance as far as his situation with the Cowboys in the chat, but I didn't get it. It rolled up and I couldn't read it. What's going on with Trey in Dallas? Because they didn't want to pick up his fifth-year option. Okay, I'll go back and check that out. Anyway, fam, thanks for the contributions, and I shall see you Friday. Please don't forget to subscribe so we can notify you when we're coming back in here looking for you. Hit the like, fam. Hit the like. Go ahead. See you Friday. Niners!